Bonsai. Direct hit. Why can't those nips have as good an aim as I do?
Oh, you're a regular kamikaze, sir.
I wish I was on the other side. I'd take care of McHale. Another direct hit. Come in. Bullseye. Take that, McHale. What?
Captain, the fleet psychiatric team is leaving. Would you like to say goodbye to Dr. Halliford?
Oh, say goodbye to him yourself. Can't you see I'm busy over here? Another direct hit.
I won't disturb you, Captain, since you're so busy.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know that we examined the few combat fatigue cases. They're very mild. No one will have to be shipped out.
Oh, good. We need all the men we can get. Watch this.
I have been.
Goodbye, Doctor. Goodbye, McHale. Oh, Doctor. Doctor, did you say combat fatigue? Now we know McHale and his crew are suffering from something. Why can't it be combat fatigue?
I'll get you a Jeep, Doctor.
No, wait a minute. I tell you, Doctor, you gotta take my word for this. These men are a bunch of kooks. Who did that?
You did, sir.
Well, then why don't you watch me and tell me what I'm doing at all times? You chowderhead, you... Now, Doctor, let me explain this to you.
The Captain...
No, but you don't understand. I have got a PT crew in there, Skipper. They're in bad shape. Real bad shape. Now, come on, Doctor. We're going... Oh, wait, just a minute. Oh, they're in bad shape. We gotta get rid of them right away. Right a fantail. Sayonara, McHale. Go along, Doctor. Don't play with my boat.
Well, thanks, Molly, for the warning. I'll never forget this, honey. Bye. Who's that dirty, no good? Thinks he can pull a fast one on us, huh?
What's the matter, Skip?
There's something wrong.
I'll say there is. Why, that lead bottom thinks he's gonna railroad us out of here.
Railroad us? But he can't do that, Skip. We're in the middle of the ocean. It's either no time. He didn't mean it.
We just whipped up a fresh batch of sake on the still. Our brewmeister here just come up with a new recipe.
Cool it. Molly just tipped us off. Binghamton is sneaking up here with the doctor. He's going to try to prove that we've got combat fatigue so he can ship us out of here.
Of all the crummy tricks. And they say we fight dirty.
All right. Now, look, he wants to pull a fast one, so can we. Now, here's what we do. You get rid of those loaded dice, you, the marked cards.
Shh. How come you have to sneak in here through the back way?
Because these kooks are dangerous. They're in bad shape. Fruitcakes, every one of them. Tippy-toe. All right, you bunch of Section 8 balls,
Oh, hi, Captain. Well, you caught us right in the middle of our recreation period, sir.
Are they a bunch of crackpots? Are they cracking up? But stop that screeching when I'm talking.
Oh, pardon me, sir. Have you seen my tiger swallowtail?
Tiger swallowtail? You gotta drop a net on him.
Captain, sir. Would you like to see my stamp collection, sir? Oh, here's a Mozambique, 1897.
Come here to see stamps. We came here to see kooks.
Now, take it easy, Captain.
Yeah, you made me drop a stitch.
Captain, do you think this needs a little magenta, sir?
I think you need a magenta straitjacket. That's what I think. Well, how about it? Are they daffy or aren't they? Do I start cutting their shipping orders?
Their behavior seems perfectly normal to me.
There. I finished the pillow, Skipper.
There's no place like Taratupa. Very good, Lester. Very good. Isn't that good, gentlemen?
Call this normal, do you? Well, I tell you, they are always making booze, placing bets, stealing things. This whole thing is just a cover-up.
Sir, you're standing on my swallowtail.
God! Weirdo. Weirdo. Don't you see now? Something is wrong. They've flipped. They're a bunch of yo-yos.
To be perfectly honest, I'd have to say I have never seen a more well-balanced group.
Well, thank you, sir.
I'm going to write that to Mother.
You call them well-balanced? Well, I tell you, they're a bunch of nervous wrecks. They're a bunch of screaming, hysterical, nervous wrecks.
How long have you been out here, Binghamton?
3 years, but stop asking me questions. They're the ones. I'm telling you, they're suffering from combat
Captain,
fatigue.
you're in no position to tell me anything. In fact, if you'd ever been in combat, I'd be worried about you.
Maybe he has desk fatigue.
No.
Pull yourself together. Let's go.
I don't want to go.
Now, back to the base. Not one more word, or I'll have to report this to the admiral. Carry on, men.
Yes, sir, Doctor. Bye-bye, Captain. And do try to take it easy, sir. Remember, all work and no play.
So McHale's bandits won the first round? So what? So what? I'll smash them at so what?
Excuse me, Captain. What happened?
Oh, the sneak attack, the 73 boat attacked me.
I see. Well, here are the stomach pills you wanted.
Oh, not a minute too soon either. I tell you, I've heard of some scurvy tricks in my time. But can you imagine that McHale trying to make that doctor think that I'm a sexualist?
Captain Binghamton! Oh! Terribly, sirs. Here, hold this, sir. I'll get the blotter.
You blotter, I'll blot out your career, you klutz, you stupid insolent klutz.
Sir, I'm sorry, but I just wanted to report to you that I just saw Dr. Haliford off at the airstrip.
Well, good. I'm glad he's gone. The man's a quack. I'd like to plug up his stethoscope.
Really, sir? Well, then you're in luck, sir. Look, he left his medical bag in the Jeep.
Are you sure that's Dr. Haliford's bag?
Oh, I'm certain. Look, here's a stethoscope, reflex hammer, a syringe, some bottles of sodium pentothal, and
Bottles of what? Don't tell me he drinks on the job, too.
Oh, no. Sodium pentothal, otherwise known as truth serum. It's used in the questioning of patients who have psychological problems.
Truth serum? You mean if I gave this to him, he'd blab everything he knows?
Oh, no, sir, not to me, sir. You wouldn't give it to me, sir. You know I would never tell anybody about your scheming and conniving, sir. I would die first, sir. I would stand in front of a fire. I would say...
Little ninny. The man is a ninny. Tell me what you are.
I'm a ninny.
Well, thank you, Commander. That's all. You're excused. You have no idea how you brighten my day.
Well, glad to oblige, I think.
Yeah. Goodbye, Commander. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I'll put you in for something. You're a grand girl. Grand girl. Elroy. This is our most glorious moment. McHale and his men may not have combat fatigue, but we know they're thieves.
Oh, yes, sir, but we've never been able to get any evidence against them,
We
sir.
just got another turn at bat.
Sir, you mean the truth serum? You mean the tune? And the nail?
They'll spill enough beans to keep the kitchens at Alcatraz going for years.
The kitchen? Oh, sir, that's very funny.
Call McHale and his men. Tell them I want them to report to the base hospital on the double.
Sir, may I say this to you, that this is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. This is your finest hour, sir, fine.
I wish the upper 97% of my graduating class could see me now. All right, man, all right, as you were. Well, I suppose you're all wondering why I had you over here today.
Excuse me, Captain, but what's up?
What's up? Your sleeve, that's what's up. Now roll it up. Pop.
But, sir, we had our tetanus shots last week.
Oh, did you? Well, that's just peachy. It just so happens this is for something else. This is for being exposed to a dreaded new disease. It comes from the choo-choo fly.
Tsutsu fly?
That's right. He's the first cousin to the chichi fly. You know, the dangerous little devils. Oh,
That's right, and Susu fever can be very serious.
Tsutsu fever? Captain, I've never heard of that.
well, of course you haven't heard of it. This is a brand new, top secret disease. You know, start sticking, girl. Stick. Go on, you line up over there, boy. Line up. Come on, line up. I'm done. Stick.
Don't worry, boys, this won't hurt a bit.
Ow! Hurry up, Elroy, hurry up. Our canaries are just dying to sing. Their little beaks are twitching.
The tape recorder's ready and rolling, sir. Do you think the serum took effect?
We'll soon know, Elroy. We'll soon know. Tell me, Machinist Mate Bell, have you ever violated Navy regulations by distilling liquor illegally?
If you mean make booze, oh, sure, we do it all the time.
I see. Torpedo Man Lester Gruber, how much money would you say that you make by distilling this booze?
Last week, we took in $306.47.
I see.
That's including the deposits on the bottles.
You should see our still.
Yes, Radio Man Willie Moss, the still. I'd love to see the still, boy. Where is it? Where is it?
Oh, that's real easy to find, sir.
Oh, where? Come on, Where?
Wait a minute. I'm the seal. I'll ask a question here.
Just trying to help me.
I'm a dunce.
Oh, no, sir, you're much worse than that. You're a real...
Strike that from the record. Strike that from the record. Right. Quartermaster Christopher, where is the still?
Oh, let me tell.
Another frequency. Yes, Edwards, where is it?
It's in the banana tree clearing.
So that's where it is.
You should see where we have our roulette wheel and crap table.
Roulette wheel and the crap table, boy. Where are they, Moss? Where are they?
It's behind the hollow wall.
Sir, would you
Near
please
the
be careful?
wash basin.
Yes,
You're getting all twisted up in the
mind
cord.
the cord. I don't go on, Grover. Go on. The casino. Where is the money you made in the casino?
Oh, we use that to set up our phony pearl racket.
Sir, did you get hurt, sir? You
I got hurt, you ninny. If I wasn't so happy, would you hear a scream? Oh, come on, boy. Talk, boy. Come on, Christopher. Go on. More, boy. More. The nips. Have you been dealing with the nips? The nips.
Just Fuji, that's all.
Fuji! Edwards. Who is Fuji, boy? Who is he?
He's our little pal from Yokohama.
Did you hear that, Carpenter? They've got a contact in Yokohama.
Hey, Tinker, tell him about the fake war souvenirs. He'll love that.
Yes, Tinker, tell me. I love that boy. Tell me. Tell me. Say what? Oh, I tell you, Admiral Rogers, you've got to fly down here right away, sir. I've got enough evidence on McHale and his band of thieves to put them away right through the next war.
You're not starting that business with McHale again, are you?
No, sir. This time I'm finishing it, and I've got the proof right here on my desk, Admiral, including a tape-recorded confession that makes Jack the Ripper have an absolute inferiority complex.
Binghamton, this had better not be another one of your wild goose chases. I'll be down there the first thing in the morning.
Yes, sir. Well, Roy, McHale and his rat pack are finished. They're kaput. Tomorrow at this time, I'll be a free man.
Oh, good, sir. Shall I start putting the evidence in the safe?
Oh, no, not the safe. No, this time we're going to bury it.
Bury it?
We are going to bury it so deep that even their fellow worms won't know where it is.
Absolutely brilliant, sir. May I say that that's the kind of stuff that admirals are made of, sir?
I'll drink to that.
Oh, yes. Oh, sir, I just love being with a winner.
Yes, well, it's Here. What are you doing? Drinking on duty? What's the matter with you? Out.
Hey, there's the Skip. Hey, Skip, you and Mr. Parker better get in there and get your shots pronto.
Yeah, the old tsutsu fly will catch you if you don't watch out.
Tsutsu fly? What are you eight balls talking about?
Yeah, I never heard of the tsutsu fly. When I was a kid, I had a tsutsu train, but I never took shots for it.
Maybe you should have. No kidding, Skip. It's top level. Old Lead Bottom saw to it himself that we got the serum.
Oh, lead bottom.
Yeah.
Already I'm beginning to smell a rat.
Skip, you got a pretty good nose. You sniffed him out at over 50 yards. Here he comes.
All right, you man. Hold it right there. All right, guys, put these enlisted men under arrest.
Under arrest? No, wait a minute.
Now,
hold it, Captain. There must be some mistake. The boys are over in the hospital getting no shots like you ordered.
There is no mistake, McHale, and you two so-called officers are restricted to your base until after the court-martial.
Court-martial? For what?
For what? For having a still in a banana grove, for selling booze, for peddling phony pearls, for booking bets, for running a gambling casino, for being in cahoots with a Japanese spy by the name of Fuji. Now, do you want me to go on?
Who squeals?
Well, Tinker was probably talking in his sleep again.
Me? What about Gruber? He's the one with the big mouth.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, you guys are big mouths again. All right, knock it off, you eight balls.
Oh, let him talk, McHale. Let him talk. I've got it all recorded on tape anyway.
That's right, and we've got all the evidence buried where you'll never find it.
Now, Captain. Now, come on, let's talk this over like man to man, huh? Look, if the boys have done anything wrong, why, look, I can hit them with extra duty, take away their beer rations.
Send them to bed without supper.
Right.
Knock it off, McHale. Knock it off. It's all over for the merry madcaps of 73. Guards, take him away.
Hey, listen, get some what you
I'll see you at the court-martial.
Bye-bye, sir.
I suppose he found out everything.
That beats me. All this and all that nonsense about a tsutsu fly. There's something fishy going on here.
Hi, fellas. You look like you lost your best friend.
We did. All 5 of them. Old Leadbottom's got the crew locked up in a pokey.
Yeah, he's got the goods on him. Somebody squealed.
Are you sure?
Well, sure. The boys came down here for their tsutsu shots, and then somehow or other, Binghamton got the truth out of them.
Tsutsu shots?
Yeah, for the dreaded tsutsu fly.
I never heard of a tsutsu fly.
Well, Binghamton sure did. He personally supervised the shots.
Oh, no. Could it be possible? Yes, it could. Clint, I'm afraid your boys have squealed on themselves.
What do you mean?
Binghamton got hold of some sodium pentothal, that's truth serum, out of Dr. Halliford's bag. And he might just be rat enough to...
Of course. Truth serum. That's what Binghamton must have done.
Quint, you gotta do something.
Oh, sure, but what? He's got all the tape and all the evidence buried somewhere. We'll never find it unless it...
Unless what, Skip?
Unless we get Binghamton to talk the same way he made the boys talk. Zing! Now, you sure you remember how Molly told you to handle that thing?
Right, Skip. All full ahead. Jabbing lamp is lit.
All right. Now, just put him right behind you. And remember, I'll set him up for you, and you...
Oh, pack up all my cares and woe, watch him go, I'll miss him so. Bye, Quentin. Come in. You can call me Admiral now, he's on his way. Oh, happy day, Quentin. Bye-bye.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, McHale. Oh, now, wait a minute, McHale. If you've come to plead for your men, you can save your tears, because I'm on my way to the Officers Club for a little victory celebration.
Oh, you gonna have a little victory celebration, sir? Captain, your hat's on the deck, sir.
Yeah, oh, so well, thank you very much, McHale. Thank you very much. Now, wait a minute. What am I doing? I'm the commanding officer here. You pick that up. That's an order.
Yes, sir.
Here you are, sir. Yes. Well, we sure hope you have a good time over there tonight, sir. But my goodness, you must have the dropsies tonight, sir. Your tie is on the floor, too.
Oh. Well, what's going on here? What's going on? I know what this is, McHale. You're here to snoop for evidence. You're snooping. You're a snoop.
Oh, no, sir. No, sir. You've got us all wrong, hasn't he?
No, I've got you all right. I got you dead to rights. Now you get out of here, McHale.
Sir.
No buts about it. What are you doing?
Well, I'm just a slow walker, I guess.
Slow walker. Get out of here. Out.
Yes, sir. You dropped something, sir.
Out. Stay out.
Well, we'll have one last chance at him. At the Officers Club. Hey, maybe we can get Molly to help.
Yeah, maybe I'll get a chance to practice. You know, on guard.
All right. Put it away. Come on, let's go.
Yahoo! Skull. Oh, McHale, old pal. Welcome to your own farewell party.
Hi, Captain. It's nice to see you in such a good mood.
Yeah, when you drink, you're usually mean and ugly.
Oh, man. Not tonight. I'm drinking your funeral. Everybody drink up. I'm buying. Cheers.
Good idea, Captain, but how about a dance first?
A dance? Now you're talking, Molly. Nothing like a little rum, but to work up a thirst, huh? Miguel, don't steal the bar while I'm gone. Oh, yeah. Ole, arriba.
All right, quick, Chuck. You hide, and Molly will give you the target.
Well, you know why they call me Twinkle Toes.
The rest of you is doing pretty good, too.
Wait a minute. What are you doing? I'm supposed to be leaving. Heaven's sakes. Listen, I think I blew out a bearing. Now, why don't we sit this one out?
Oh, all right.
But Admiral, Captain Binghamton didn't think you were arriving until morning.
I know. I thought I'd better get down here a little ahead of time. Now, where is he?
Well, sir, he's over at the officers' club. I'll go and get him for you, sir.
No, never mind, Lieutenant. We'll go together. I want to get this McHale matter settled once and for all.
Drink right up, Captain. Drink up. There's no sense denying it, sir. You really outsmarted us. Yes, sir. But you can't say we didn't put up a good fight.
Well, I'm glad you admit it, McHale. Now, let's drink your future in Leavenworth. Bartender, give this man a drink. Give him something appropriate. Something on the rocks.
Right this way, Admiral.
Howdy, gentlemen, ladies.
Oh, Admiral Rogers. Well, I didn't expect you so soon.
That is obvious. Now, what is the meaning of all this revelry?
The revelry? Well, it's a surprise party, Admiral. It's Lieutenant Carpenter's birthday.
It's not my birthday,
yes,
sir.
Yes, it is. Congratulations.
Never mind, belay that. What is this nonsense about McHale and his crew?
That's what I'd like to know, sir. You see,
Don't you listen to him, Admiral. Don't you? I'm glad you're here. Yes, I'm glad you're here. The sooner the better. I have got the evidence ready and waiting. You and your weasels are through.
Will you control yourself, Binghamton?
Now!
He sat on the needle.
How did that get you? It's a disgrace. Put that needle on report.
As you are, everybody. Sit down. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Now, what is all this so-called evidence against McHale and his crew?
Evidence? Yes, evidence. My goodness, my head feels light.
Too many martinis, if you ask me. Now, speak up, Binghamton. I want the truth about everything.
The truth, yes. Well, now, the truth is, I was not drinking martinis. I was drinking bourbon.
Binghamton, let's get down to the facts.
well, before you start, Captain, why don't you tell the Admiral how much you admire him as an officer, sir?
Yeah, every time he's yelling at us, he's always telling us about you.
Yes, I'd be glad to, McHale. Admiral, I think you're the dumbest admiral in the U.S. Navy. And that includes World War I.
Now, don't you believe him, sir? Why, you're really his idol. Isn't that right, Captain?
Idol. He's the #1 jerk in the whole command.
Binghamton, do you know what you're saying?
You don't have the ability to command a boat in the tunnel of love.
Well, I don't feel too bad, Admiral. You know, those things are pretty hard to handle in the dark.
Have you lost your mind?
Excuse me, Admiral.
Oh, Doctor, huh? Something tells me you're just the man I want to see.
Forgive me for intruding, sir, but I came back here looking for my medical bag. And I think...
Oh, well, sir, I think the captain can help you out. Yes, sir.
Help him out, that quack. I wouldn't. The only thing I'd help him out of is an 8-story window.
Binghamton, belay that, you nitwit. And that's an order.
Nitwit. I'm not a nitwit. You're the nitwit. You are not fit to wear those stars on your shoulders. I should have these on mine. Fine.
You give me those
back. They're back. They're very fat.
Oh, grab this man. He's lost his marbles.
I knew there was something wrong with him the last time I saw him.
Sir, come on, Captain.
Now, wait a minute. You just let go of me, Admiral.
You come along, Binghamton. The doctor and I are going to have a long talk with you.
Now, wait a minute. You let me go. How dare you touch the only good, honest, decent person in this room? Why, even a numbskull like you, I don't know, the McHale is your man. You're fat. You're fat.
Bye, Captain. If you're real good, you can borrow my butterfly collection.
Now, there goes a really sick man, eh, Quentin?
Oh, you're so right, Molly. Well, you know, that's the worst case of tsutsu fever I've ever seen.
Oh, boy, if my bookmaker could see me now.
You know something? I'm actually beginning to enjoy this jazz.
As if we had any choice.
Yeah, there's nothing to do now that we burned all that lovely evidence.
Skipper-san, condition red. Mari coming. Have funny look on face.
Oh, brother. I bet she's coming up here to collect her things.
Skip, you better get out of here. I bet her lips are puckered already.
She is.
This time, it's your turn to run for the hills.
Oh, you're not kidding there, Paisan. Here, have fun. But remember, not too much magenta. Sayonara, boy. Sayonara, boy. Here we go.
Okay, you swabbies, now step right up and get your tickets to a Roman orgy and craft tournament only a month.
Yeah, remember, mates, Lester's been laid up in the hospital a whole week.
Come on, fellas, Dick. Give Gruber a new start in life.
Hurry.
Come on, shove off, you guys. Let's get out of here.
Hi, Skip. Nice to see you.
Yeah, I'll bet. Come on, give me these. Now, what's the big idea? You fellas know better than this?
We were only trying to help Gruber out. Yeah, the money will cheer him up.
Skip, think how he suffered.
What are you handing me, Sufford? All he had was his tonsils out.
Yeah, but they were that big.
Oh, you guys in your crap tournament. Did you all forget about Eagle-Eye Binghamton?
Who cares about that creep?
Go jump in the bay.
No, won't hurt him.
All right, everybody, don't move. Captain Binghamton. Roman orgy and crap tournament. I really got you this time. All right, Carpenter, the funds. Impound the funds.
Excuse me, sir. I tripped over my roots.
Oh, you klutz. Now, Captain, take it easy on the boys, sir. Well, it was all for a good cause. They were just trying to help a sick buddy, sir.
Oh, a sick buddy, my foot. These men are all reduced to apprentice seamen. Apprentice seamen?
Took me 6 years to make this weight.
All right, Carpenter, let's go. We've done a fine day's work.
Captain, you forgot your tree.
Here, sir. Oh. God, you almost killed me with that thing.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. I forgot to yell timber.
Timber! Dirty seabird. Breaking you guys. If I wasn't such a helpless invalid.
Yeah, I know. You'd get them in worse trouble than they're already in.
Seaman.
Skip, we better get going. Gonna be late for the physical.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, physical? You coming down with something, Skip?
No, Mr. Weisenheimer, I'm not. But if you must know, it's the annual officer's checkup. Now, come on, you guys keep your noses clean.
Don't worry about your tonsils. I can hardly tell they're gone.
We're sure sorry we messed things up for you, Groove.
You guys meant well. It's all on account of that Binghamton.
Yeah.
Hey, I think I know a way to get rid of him.
How's that, Grube?
One of the orderlies. He's got an uncle with the mafia. They probably want too much money. Hey, what's up, Doc?
Good news, Gruber, good news. I've checked your chart and your ship shape. You can collect your gear and go home with the guy.
Hey, that's great. Let's go, Grube. We can sure use you.
Thanks, Doc. Look, when you make up my bill, put a good tip in for yourself.
Well, gentlemen, out of the sick bay and back to the war. Now, what do we do first? Make some booze or load some dice?
Hey, look, fellas, the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, that X-ray machine was cold. What next, you dear little thing, you?
Your eye test, sir, room 5.
Oh, really? Room 5. Well, I like what I see right here. Huh? How about you and me taking a little martini break later on? What do you say? Oh, why not? We could... What are you men hanging around here for? This is not a pool hall.
I just got up from a sickbed, sir, and these men are visiting me.
Oh, knock it off, you gold brick. Now get out of here, all of you. And don't you steal any of the blankets.
Captain.
Oh, boy, would I like to see him in here for a while.
Would that be a break?
Maybe we'll be lucky he'll catch some kind of virus. You know, like the bubonic plague.
Wait a minute, I got an idea. Suppose Binghamton thought there was something wrong with him.
What are you driving at?
Well, he just took an x-ray, right? Suppose something bad should show up.
Hey, you mean put the fix on the film?
Just enough to keep him out of action for a couple of days.
Wait a minute, Verge. There's just one slight hitch. How do you get hold of the x-ray?
Chaps, it's as good as done. Hi, kitten. How you doing?
Oh, Virgil, baby. I mean, Gunner's Mate Edwards. Where have you been keeping yourself?
Oh, you know, the war and all that jazz. Oh, let me help you with him. You'll strain yourself.
Now, remember, Virgil, no funny stuff in here.
Now, how do you know me? When it comes to dark rooms, I'm all business.
Well, Captain, we should be getting those lab reports any minute.
Well, there's no hurry, Doctor, especially when I know that I'm as healthy as a horse. A seahorse. Little zinger.
Sorry to disturb you, Doctor. Here are the x-rays.
Oh, yes. Thank you, nurse.
Don't take any wooden thermometers. She's a cute little thing. And see, no wonder you doctors are always hanging around the hospitals.
Oh, no.
Huh?
Oh, no, this is just awful. It's terrible.
Yeah, awful, terrible. What awful? What terrible? What?
This x-ray.
Oh?
I don't know when I've seen a condition like this.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, yeah.
Poor man, he can't last 48 hours.
Isn't that a shame? Oh, 48... Oh, to live, you mean? Oh, isn't that... Wouldn't you hate to be in his shoes, for heaven? What's his name? I'll send him some flowers.
His name's down here on the bottom of the plate. Wallace Burton.
Wallace Burton? Oh, what a coincidence. That's almost like my name, you know, Wallace Burton. Wallace Burton what?
Binghamton.
Oh, what a relief. You can't... What a load. Binghamton. You mean that mess is me?
Why didn't you come in sooner, Captain? Maybe we could have done something. How could you stand the pain? There must have been pain.
Oh, I have no idea about the pain, but I thought it was a bowl of chili I had last night. It's awful. This is terrible. I'm cut down to my prime.
Maybe I should call Lieutenant Carpenter.
No. Don't call him. Don't call anybody. Don't let anybody know. It would destroy morale if they knew that their dauntless leader was ill, the tiger of Taratupa, with only 48 hours to live.
Well, we sure passed that medical with flying colors, huh? Told you it was a snap.
Yeah, it's great to know you're in perfect shape. Hard as a rock, strong as a bull. Oh, Skip, you won't tell the guys I fainted during the blood test. And, you know how they talk.
Oh, afternoon, Captain. Passed your medical okay, huh?
Huh?
It's great to be out of the hospital, isn't it, sir? Know that you're alive and kicking.
Alive and kicking? Yeah.
Well, what's with him?
I don't know, maybe the blood test got to him, too.
Hey, it's that hit-and-run nip sub. He's showing us some broad daylight.
Come on.
Hey, Chuck, look at Binghamton.
Hey, he's not paying any attention to those shells.
Captain! Watch out! Run for it! Come on, let's go get him.
Only 48 hours to go. Why is it you, Wally? Why is it always you?
Come on, Captain!
Let go of him, McHale's. Take your hands off of me.
What's the matter with you, Captain? You almost got yourself killed out there.
I don't care. What's the difference?
Hey, Skip, look. The sub's diving. We lived through it.
Oh, what is the difference? I tell you, I don't care. Bullets, bombs, shells, I don't care how I go. I've only got 48 hours more.
48 hours? What are you mumbling about, Captain?
Clinton, you should have seen my x-rays. I shouldn't tell you this, but that's how long they gave me to live.
Ooh, you mean to tell me the doctors told you have only
2 days left to live, and is that the truth?
Cross your heart and hope to die?
No, I'm going to take him with me, aren't I? Why bother with you? Come on, sir. We'll take you back to your office. Come on.
Good idea, Clint. Let me take one last look at
Yes,
my...
sir.
Here you are, Captain. I radioed Tom Fleet and told him about the submarine. Captain Binghamton, he's been hit. So where did they get you? You look like a ghost.
A ghost? Not yet, Carpenter. You still got 48 hours.
Chuck!
What's going on here? What's wrong?
Hold it. Hold him, will you? Hold him.
Well, you...
Come here. Now, look, Chuck.
40 of them?
Now, look, Cuffy, you take over and try to get his mind off of it. You understand? We're going to go to the doctors. Maybe we can something we can do to help anyway, huh? Come on. Come on, Chuck. Let's go. Come on. All right.
Don't worry, Captain. Sooner or later, we all go to meet the big admiral in the sky.
Meet the big admiral in the sky. Did you hear that, Elroy?
Yes.
I'm going to meet the big admiral.
Oh, I tell you, guys, it sure feels great to be out of that sick bay.
Hey, how many blankets did you take, Group?
That ain't skivvies in there.
Binghamton.
We sure look shook up.
Yeah, nice going, Verge. You sure did a job on that x-ray, boy.
It wasn't easy. I had my hands full all the time.
Hey, what are we standing around for, huh? With Binghamton and Dry Dock, the lid's off for the craft tournament. Come on. Last guy on a boat loads the dice. Grab the bag. I've been sick. Come
on. Is there anything I can do, sir?
Cut down on my prime. Irony of it all.
Believe me, sir, the Navy will never forget you.
Never forget me. All these years behind a desk. Some exciting career I've had, believe me.
But, sir, somebody had to do all that paperwork, and if I may say so, you did it superbly, sir. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they named a requisition form after you, sir.
Requisition form? You just hear some nitwit clerk saying, hand me a Binghamton, and we're all out of Wally's. Some tribute.
Captain Binghamton's office. Yes, sir. It's Admiral Rogers, sir. Maybe a last-minute promotion.
Shut up, you big blabber. Oh, not you, Admiral.
I hear you were just shelled with that Nip Raider.
Shelled? A Nip Raider? Oh, yes, Admiral.
He's being refueled at Meshuggah Island. That base is too well camouflaged for an airstrike, so we're sending over a boatload of Marine Raiders. They'll attack within 48 hours.
48 hours. There's that number again. Yes, Admiral. Oh, yes, thank you very much. That's good news. Thank you, Admiral. You hear that, Carpenter? The Marines are going to be storming the beach. Wait a minute. Why let the Marines have all the glory? With McHale's help, I could raid Meshuggah Island, too, couldn't I?
Sir, attacking a Japanese stronghold with just a couple of sailors...
Just think how that would look in the history books. First there was John Paul Jones, then Admiral Dewey, then Fighting Wally Binghamton. I'll get me my combat gear.
But, sir, you may not come back alive.
I don't care. Death before dishonor. Oh, nothing is going to stop Fighting Wally Binghamton. Oh, I've hurt my whole hand. Get this bandage. I think it's bruised.
Hey, come on, you guys. Speed it up. The patsies, the customers will be arriving any minute. This is your pet boss speaking.
Oh, got it. And what, if I may ask, are you 8 balls up to?
Just preparing for our usual social skip, you know.
Yeah, I know. Boy, won't you guys ever learn? It's all off.
You mean no crap tournament? But Skip, the decks have all been cleared.
Yeah, and Mark, too.
Yeah, Binghamton's out of action.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Don't you guys know the score? The captain's on the critical list.
You sure he's that sick, Skip? I mean, maybe there's been some mistake.
There's no mistake in that x-ray. He's got 48 hours. And that's daylight saving time. Standard time's a lot less.
Oh, here comes poor guy now.
What?
What in the places? Come on.
Hey, you think he found out?
McHale! Parker!
All right, boys, this is a scramble. We're going out on a mission on a double. Gung-ho!
Mission, Captain? Aren't you forgetting your condition?
No, I'm not. But when I'm gone, McHale, they're going to remember me. Fighting Wally Binghamton. Now, let's go, boys. It's a long ride to Meshubi.
Meshubi Island? Why, it's loaded with nips.
We'll never get out alive.
It's a suicide mission.
I knew you were a bunch of cowards, but it makes no difference. You're going with me, and that's an order. Now, McHale, I'm going on board. We move out in 5 minutes.
Of all the harebrained, nutty, ridiculous Meshubi Island.
Skip, I've got a little something to tell you.
Yeah, you might find it interesting.
Well, all right, what is it? Come on, tell me.
The captain isn't dying.
All right, the captain... What?
He only thinks he is.
You see, Skip, I put the fix on his x-rays, figuring it might keep him off our backs.
You put the fix... Oh, for the love of... Come on.
Well, what are you going to do?
What else? I'm going to tell Binghamton before he decides to invade Tokyo Bay. Captain! Here's Binghamton!
What is it, McHale? Wow. You're still kind of checking out on the raid?
Oh, no, sir. Listen, sir. You're not going to die.
I don't want any excuses. I'm not going to what?
It's the truth, sir. Somebody fouled up your x-rays. You're in perfect health.
You're just saying that to get out of going on the raid.
Oh, no, sir. No, sir. Now, listen, I'll even come clean, sir. The fellas fixed up your x-rays, but it's just a gag, sir. Just a gag.
A gag?
Uh-huh.
Of all the wonderful pieces of news. Oh, bless you, boys. Bless you. The punishment is off. You've all got your rates back.
Gee, that's great, sir. You should be critically ill more often.
Naturally now, sir, we don't have to worry about going out on a mission, do we?
Well, mission? What mission is that, Susie? Oh, the mission! oh, boys, your captain loves a little gag himself nowadays, you know. I mean, would I horn in on the Marines? They love to go on raids.
Captain, sir, Admiral Rogers calling you.
Oh, thank you, son. Thank you. Admiral. Oh, no. No, I signaled him that we were going on the raid.
Oh, no.
What did I say, though?
I
know. Good afternoon, Admiral.
Congratulations, Binghamton. I'm proud of you for volunteering to go on that raid.
Oh, thank you very much, Admiral, but I had to call that raid off, Admiral. There are high tides, lots of high tides, and the water is full of jellyfish.
Can't cancel out now, Binghamton. The Marines are on their way back to the base. Now, it's all up to you. And blast that fuel dump. And good luck. We'll all be with you in spirit.
You'll be with us in spirit. Thank you.
He can't do that to us.
Suicide. We'll never get back.
No. Chin up, man. Chin up. You heard what the Admiral said. He said he'd be with you in spirit. Bye.
You'll be with us in spirit, Captain. It's a rough assignment, but we're all in this together. Now, come on, you glory hounds. We're moving out. With any luck, we'll be in Meshubi by dawn. Now, come on, let's go.
Dawn? Well, I'm worse off than I was before. Before I had 48 hours to live. Now I've only got 12.
Well, so far, so good.
Oh, stow it, you boob. Nothing is good when you're this far behind enemy line.
Skip, hip destroyer on sonar, range 1,500 yards, bearing 250, and closing fast.
Jumping Jonah. Hold on to that wheel, will you? Come.
Let's get out of here, McHale. There's no sightseeing tour. Come on, move.
Wait a minute. There he is. It's too late to run, Captain. Tinker! Kill your engines, quick! Quiet, boys. Not a peep out of anybody. And pray they don't spot us.
Now I lay me down to sleep. Hold your breath and count to 10.
You're gonna kill us all.
Stand on one foot and swallow 12 times.
All clear on sonar, Skip. Nip's out of range.
that was sure a squeaker.
Well, I'll say one thing for that nip. Scared the hiccups out of the captain.
Parker, will you?
Got a paper bag.
Save your energy, Captain. Save your energy from a shooby. Okay, Tinker, pour on the coal. All ahead, coal.
With your permission, sir. All right, you guys, listen to me. We're going to go in through the back door and try to take them by surprise. Now, easy does it. Follow me. Here we go. Come on.
Parker. Here, you take my helmet. As of now, you're a captain.
Hey, a field promotion. Boy, my mother always said I was a born leader.
Yes, you're also a natural-born decoy. Those nips always go for the commanding officer first. So stay ahead of me at all times. There's nip snipers everywhere.
Follow me, Anson.
Well, so far, so good. Tell Gruber to pass the word to the captain. We're almost at the oil dump.
Hey, Captain. Hey, what do you know? I've been covering my own rear. Skip, cancel one captain, and Mr. Parker, too.
Oh, no. They must have got themselves lost.
Well, what are we going to do?
Well, the only thing we can do, worry about them later. We got a mission to carry out.
Please, sir, take care of him.
Especially the little round one. Come on, let's go.
Let's see now. 10 paces to the north, and we should hit the trail. 1, 2, 3.
I surrender. There's my gun. I'm surrendering.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, get my gun.
You got it.
Sneaking up on people like you. What is that?
I don't want all that.
Take the gun. Oh, a menace. Stop that.
Shh. Nips are all around, sir.
Ouch, me. They're not the enemy. You're the enemy. Enemy. Foul luck being stuck behind enemy lines with a boob like you.
Yeah, well, you're not much fun either.
Be quiet. I'm taking over here. Let McHale hog all the glory if he wants to, but we're going back to the boat.
Don't you think we ought to have a roll call? Binghamton.
Yeah.
All present.
What's the matter with you?
Skip, look.
Oh, no, look at all those nips. I thought this was supposed to be the back door. What do we do? How about running, Skip? I hear it's the best thing for a long, healthy life.
Do it. One thing's for sure, we gotta create a diversion and fast. Come on, boys, let's go.
Hey, Captain. Shh, no names. No names. You want to wake up and...
What happened? What's going on? I don't know, but it's just what the doctor ordered. Let's go.
Not so fast, Jack. You are a prisoner.
Hey, Captain, what?
Shh, no names. No names. He's the captain. He's the captain.
I talk only to superior officer. Perhaps you'd like to discuss surrender over a glass of sake, honorable captain.
Captain, well, gee, that's awfully nice of you, but I never drink while I'm surrendering.
Oh, Captain, the glass is sake. I'm the captain. I'm the captain. My hat back.
Trade the trade.
The skip must have blown up the dump. Yippee!
Just stop that babbling. Let's get out of here.
Who did it?
Why, Mulder.
That nip said better have a credit card for another gas station.
All right, you chowderheads, come on, let's get out of here fast. We still gotta find Parker and Binghamton. Let's go.
I can't go another step. My feet are killing.
Well, I'll see you, sir. Can't keep the guys waiting.
Wait a minute. You can't leave me here with all these nips all around. Kneel.
Kneel? Oh, it's no time to pray now, sir.
Just pray you don't get saddle sores. Kneel. All right. March.
Let's get up, boy.
Here, he must have caught up with us.
Let him have it when you see him.
Skip! Boy, am I ever glad to see you.
If one side isn't trying to kill you, then the other one is. I've got to rest.
If you do, sir, it'll be your final resting place. Come on, we better get on board. Come on, boys, let's go. Let's move. Come on. Let's go, let's go.
Wait a minute, Duns. Give me my helmet back.
Oh, Indian giver.
Well, there's nothing else from Comfleet, sir, but our supply officer just reported that 6 parachutes are missing and the thieves are unknown.
Well, they're not unknown to me. It's got to be McHale. McHale and his gang of pirates, they're the ones that keep me from being promoted.
No, I agree, sir.
If I could only catch him with the goods. Just once, if I could catch him with the goods. If I had somebody on the inside, if I had a spy.
Right, sir, someone that you could really trust.
Somebody who would come to me with the information. Somebody who's afraid of me. Somebody who's weak-kneed, lily-livered, spineless jellyfish.
Oh, yes, sir. But where could you ever find someone like that, sir?
Oh, I wonder. Elroy, you just got yourself a job.
Listen, you wouldn't send me there. Not over to McHale's Island, sir. Sir, you wouldn't do that to me.
Elroy, do it for good old Captain Binghamton, who wants to be promoted to admiral. Oh, do it because you're a loyal officer.
Oh, please, sir, no.
Do it because it's good for the war effort.
Oh, Captain, please, no.
Do it because it's an order.
Yes, sir.
Boy, what a war souvenir. Get an autographed picture of the enemy, a buck.
Fuji, baby, we got another flag ready.
Aye, coming.
Work.
Watch it, you guys. Cut those flags smaller. We should be able to get 25 out of a parachute.
You can't get 25 out of them.
Hey. What are you 8 balls up to now?
Oh, hi, Skip. Just getting a few things together for a little business venture.
Business? Looks to me like you're ready to open up a war surplus store in Tokyo. Hey, Fuji, what are you doing dressed up like that?
Hirusa's nip. Want to take a picture? Only a buck?
Are you schlockmeisters out of your mind? You know that Binghamton is gunning for us, and all he has to do is see this.
Condition red. I surrender. Fuji, how can you turn on us like this?
Belay it. Well, what's up?
Binghamton's coming.
Binghamton?
Oh, great. Come on, stash this stuff. Come on, shake the leg. Fuji, get out of here. Go on. Come on, let's go, you guys.
Boy, what a please for a moment there. I thought Fuji...
Look, get out there. Get out there and stop him. I don't care. Stall him. Anything. Come on, you guys. Let's go.
Oh, sir.
Guess what, Skip? He's here.
Turn, hut! Hi, Captain. Is there anything I can do for you, sir?
Yes, you could join the army. Do you know what you are?
Yes, sir. I am an ensign in the United States Navy.
You are a brainless, bumbling, bungling, bone-headed bull-bag.
Brainless, bungling, bonehead, but boy, you know that's harder to say than Peter Piper pecked a pick a peck a pepper. Say that?
Knock it off. McHale, I'm going to make this short and sweet. I am assigning Lieutenant Carpenter to you as your executive officer.
What? But, Captain, you can't.
Don't you tell me what I can and can't do, Commander. I give the orders around here. As of now, Carpenter is your new exec. You're transferred mainside. You're going to be the new base maintenance officer.
Oh, my God, I can't do that.
Oh, now listen, knock it off. You too, McHale, knock it off. The subject is closed.
Well, I'd like to open it again.
No, Captain. Sir, you can't transfer Mr. Parker. He's a great asset to our crew. Not only that, as a matter of fact, he's indispensable.
Right. Well, you remember the time we were on that boat and I...
Right.
I'm not saying anything. I hit the log. The other time, but you were on the dock and we... Well, I went on a mission once and I was pretty good.
Any questions? All right, now start packing. Carpenter will take over as of now.
Correct. And you men better be ready to shape up or ship out.
Yes.
Captain!
Let's see now. Tight is to the right, loose is to the left, right? No. Loose is to the right and tight is to... Well, I wish I had my manual.
Parker! What are you doing up there? What in the name of Halsey are you doing?
Just carrying out my duty as a maintenance officer, sir. One faulty light fixed and accounted for, sir.
Well, isn't that just peachy? Now, you quit cluttering up my outer office, or I will fix one faulty ensign.
Yes, sir.
You're trying to get me with that thing. Get out of here! Out!
Yes, sir. Your shout is my command, sir. Yes, sir.
You come over here. Get away from the hat.
I'll get the ladder out here. Don't worry.
Wait a minute. Oh, get that thing off of me. You have yours on. Oh.
This way out.
Just get out of here. That does it. You're through. Through. Fired. Turn your toolkit. Fired.
Sir, I mean, after all,
Fired.
Oh, gee, sir, if you're sore about your hat, I mean, after all, I can fix that, sir. You know, these things happen. I mean, a lot of guys make mistakes on the base. There, sir, how's that?
Dandy. Now you're fired.
Fired as maintenance officer? But, gee, sir, what am I going to do to earn my pay?
Want to earn your pay? There's only one thing left for you. It is the lowest, the simplest, the most menial task on this base. You report to the laundry immediately.
The laundry? I signed up to be a fighting man.
You report to the laundry. If you foul up in the laundry, you'll be fighting, all right? You'll be fighting with a walrus off the Aleutians. Questions?
Yes, sir. Did you have an unhappy childhood?
You wouldn't believe my father. He's... Oh, get out of here, you squirrel! Out!
Well, I forgot to tell you, sir. I tightened the hinges on your door.
I've just got to kill that man. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to sneak a hand grenade into his cornmeal mush. Binghamton here. Well, Carpenter, it's about time. Have you got the goods on McHale? Can I put them in the brig? Tell me.
Well, there's nothing much to tell, sir. That is, not as of this moment, sir. Not so far.
Oh, you listen to me, you numbskull. I've got Admiral Rafferty coming down here tomorrow to check my qualifications for promotion to Admiral. Now, you better have the goods on McHale by that time, or don't you bother coming back
here. Boy, Captain. When you open a door, you open a door. Yes, sir.
Very funny, McHale, very funny. That happens to be the work of that klutz Parker. I tell you, the man is not to be believed.
Well, now, isn't that a coincidence, sir?
I came here to talk to you about Lieutenant Carpenter. I tell you what.
What?
How'd you like to make a fair trade, huh? Your klutz for my klutz.
Negative. I'm assigning your klutz to the base laundry.
The base laundry? Oh, come on, Captain.
That's right, McHale, and he'd better not foul up in the laundry, because if he does, I will personally hand him over to Admiral Rafferty for reassignment to another war. Out.
Yes, sir. Boy, you sure got a big heart, Captain. Yes, sir, a big heart. Hey, how's it going, Chick?
Oh, hi, Skip. Guess you heard about my new job.
Yeah, it's a bum deal. Boy, that Binghamton is sure gunning for us this trip.
Well, don't worry. I'll get the job done. You know the old Parker know-how.
Ah, you bet. Say, is there anything the boys and me can do to help?
Oh, no. I get everything under control. Measure the soap. Check the thermostat. Tighten the boiler. Happy boiler's a tight boiler. Oh, boy. I guess tight was to the left or to the right. Boy, that sounds terrible. What is that?
Oh, no! I'll try the window.
Tommy! Yeah, he's got Mr. Parker with him.
Oh, tell me we finally got some bundles back from Britain.
Hey, Skip, what are you doing? What is that?
Hey, what gives, Skip? Shh, quiet, will you? Where's Carpenter?
Well, he's back in the supply shack taking inventory.
Good, we gotta get all this laundry on board without him seeing it.
Well, what happened, Skip?
Yeah, what gives with the wet wash?
Mr. Parker wrecked the base laundry. Now, no more. Move. Hey, Gruber, you're back in laundry business again.
Great. 20 cents a pound wet wash, 30 cents dried.
Look, if Leadbottom finds out about Mr. Parker, he's gonna be a dead ensign. So it's gotta be free. F-R-E-E. Free.
Well, you sure drive a hard bargain, but for Mr. Parker's sake, okay.
Listen, how are we going to do that with old Stoopy-Nosed Carpenter around?
Yeah, how do we operate with him aboard?
Never mind. Look, Chuck, you go on back to the main base team and fix up that laundry, will you?
Yeah, don't worry, Skip. I got those valves all figured out now. Left is to the tight, right is to the...
On second thought, Tinker, you better go with him. And don't let him touch anything, will you? Come on, let's get this stuff going. Let's move. All right, now, we'll have a little navigational problem. Set your course 160 degrees.
160 degrees. Uh-huh.
All ahead, 2/3.
All ahead, 2/3 it is, sir.
Right.
There we are. Well, this shouldn't be too
Keep
difficult.
your eyes on the compass! Don't you dare take your eyes off that compass, not for a second. You understand? That's an order.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. Brace yourself, men. Get ready for Operation Wet Wash. Careful with the suds, Groove. Not too much on the bleach there. Good. Ought to do it, huh?
Steady as she goes.
Steady.
Needs more agitation, Groove. It's a heavy load.
All right, copy. We'll try a little evasive drill. Now, there's an enemy torpedo approaching on the starboard bow. Starboard. So it's all ahead full. And hard right rudder. Hard left rudder. Right rudder. Left rudder. Right rudder.
Commander, I wonder if... Could you take over for a couple of minutes?
Sure. What's the matter, copy?
Well, I'm afraid I wonder if maybe I could go below for a couple of minutes.
Oh! Sure. You want to lie down? Well, whatever you do, don't think of food, copy. Especially greasy pork chops. Or boiled squid.
We couldn't fix the machine, so we had to bring something along.
Chuck, look, you got to get out of here before Carpenter spots you to blow the hole.
Hi, Carpy.
What's going on? Ensign Parker, what are you doing over here?
No, don't worry about Ensign Parker. I'll take care of that, copy. Now, listen, you better go lie down because, you've been feeling bad. And remember the greasy pork chops and the right rudder?
No. All of a sudden, I feel fine, believe me. What's in there?
Oh, just a few little odds and ends, sir.
Yeah, we're saving up for the Salvation Army.
Yeah, well, ease off, Copy. I'll handle this.
Oh, sure. Hey. Oh, Captain Binghamton's uniform, huh? Oh, so that's it. Stealing the base laundry, huh? Oh, the captain will be very interested to hear about this.
Copy, I told you were sick, and I want you to lay down. And that's an order.
As Captain Binghamton's representative, I have to make a phone call, Commander, and that's an order.
Brother, what a mess. If he blabs to Binghamton, that's the end. Chuck, you gotta get in there and stall him. Don't let him make that phone call. Hurry up, go on. We gotta think of something.
Skipper-san! Blooper say, business slow. Send more laundry.
Send more laundry? Look, Fuji, will you get out of here? Come on, get out of that outfit. Hey, wait a minute. Samurai, come here. I just had a brainstorm. Come on, quick. Come on.
Stand back, Ensign, stand back. Operator. Well, it's about time. Would you get me Captain Binghamton's office, and please hurry.
This is an emergency. Hello, operator. Give me Klondike 52369. That's in Chagrin Falls.
Chagrin Falls? Why, you...
Now, wait a minute. I'm calling my mother. I want to wish her a happy birthday.
Well, you give me that.
I will not.
You will so? Give me... I got it. Commander McHale, I demand that you make Ensign Parker give me that phone right away.
All right, okay, Chuck, go on. If he wants to sing to Binghamton, let him. Go on.
Thank you.
Well, not till he sings happy birthday to my mother.
All right. Give me that, you. Don't give me that phone. Hello, operator. Do you have Captain Binghamton yet? Operator? Cut the wire. But who?
Maybe Japanese commando.
Oh, no, you wouldn't find it.
Banzai! Dajo! Lava!
Hey, word. Fuji, you ought to be back in Hollywood making those war movies.
All right, stow the gap. Willie, Christie, help Fuji get Carpenter up into the hills and get back here on the double.
Hello, Carpenter. Carpenter, this is your captain shouting. Hello.
Captain, the lines to McHale's Island are dead. And, sir, Admiral Rafferty's here.
Hey, well, stall him. I don't have the evidence yet. Stall him. Hello?
Hello, Captain.
Well, it's about time, you chowderhead.
His name is Rafferty. Admiral Rafferty.
Hello there. Nobody told me you were here, Admiral. Welcome aboard.
Binghamton, you asked me to come here. I detoured my trip. You better have a good reason.
Oh, I do, Admiral, I do. You see, the phone has gone dead, Admiral. I have my man Carpenter over on McHale's Island, and I was trying to get him to talk to me. You see, but the lines suddenly were cut, and that's probably what's happened to his throat, Admiral. That's it, Admiral. McHale has probably murdered Carpenter.
Captain, do you realize what you're saying?
Oh, yes, Admiral. If you'll come with me to McHale's Island, I'll prove it to you, sir. If it isn't murder, at least it's kidnapping. Now, just come with me, sir. I'll show you the combat, Admiral. The things are always dropping. Oh, let me get the door, Admiral. Sometimes it can be a little bit tricky. Yeah. Look. See?
You bring me here for a January white sale? What tarnation is going on here?
Oh, Admiral, I know what this is, Admiral. This is some sort of a signal for the Japanese. You see here? The flap is down. That's probably a code. Now, I knew McHale was some sort of a spy. That's probably why he murdered Carpenter.
Captain, you're making serious charges. Treason, murder. If you can prove them...
Oh, Admiral, I can prove them. I've got McHale and his traitors this time. Believe me, I can prove them. Oh, pardon me.
Well, the stuff's almost dry in a fantail, Skip.
Oh, good. Hey, Chuck, you might as well head her in then, huh?
Yeah, boy, I hope that stuff on shore is dry. You know, Admiral Rafferty's due here any time.
Holy jumping Hannah! Hey, slow her down, Chuck, slow her down. Oh, have we got a welcoming party on the dock. Captain Binghamton, Admiral Rafferty. He must have come early.
Oh, boy. Well, it's been nice knowing you guys.
What a lousy break.
How do we get out of this one, Skip?
Yeah, now they're wise to the laundry bed.
Yeah, and how about Fuji stuck with Carpenter?
Fuji stuck... Hey, maybe that's it.
Fuji, our ferocious commando. Sure, that could be our way out.
What do you mean, Skip?
Well, we had one commando raid. Suppose we try for two.
I still don't get it.
Oh, but you will, boy, you will. All you have to do is furnish the war souvenirs.
Don't go away, monkey dog.
Relax, Samurai. It's us, the Gypsy.
Okay, let's go, men.
McHale!
Admiral, Captain.
All right, McHale, you're under arrest. There they are, Admiral. Your murderers, your traitors.
Why, I don't know what you're sounding off about, Captain, but there's no time to talk,
Well,
sir.
you'd better talk. Look at that ship, Admiral, all decked out to signal Japanese. Now, what's the code? What? Talk.
If you let me explain, sir.
There is no explanation. How did you kill Carpenter? That's probably the murder weapon right there.
Will you let the commander speak? What's this all about, McHale?
Well, you see, sir, it's all Ensign Parker's idea, sir. He heard about this Nip Commando outfit in the area, see? Ensign Parker figured out that we hung this laundry all over the place. Why, the Nips would think it would be undefended. They would attack, and we would close in on them and...
This is the most ridiculous nonsense I've ever... Nip commandos, indeed.
Hit the deck, sir! It's the Nips! Parker's trick worked, sir. They walked right into a trap.
Oh, they're faking arrows. A lot of poppycock. I'll show you.
Banzai! Get there, Nino!
Don't just lie there.
Handle him, McHale.
Oh, don't worry about a thing, sir. Ensign Parker has a counterattack all planned. Take over, Chuck.
Right. All right, men, we're going over the top. Synchronize your watches. 5, 4, 3, Skip, I lost my watch. Can I use yours?
Let's go, Chuck.
All right, men, we're gonna rough it. No watches. Start!
Let's go!
Better keep your head down.
Yankee dog, you die!
That crazy American! What's it?
Come on, put some life into it. All right, men, follow Mr. Parker!
Charge!
Hey, look out! There's one in the tree!
Look behind you, Bert!
I got him! Take that!
Sayonara, Yankee figs!
American dog, surrender!
Down with the Dodgers!
So sorry, Landsman.
All right, men, fix bayonets. We're gonna charge!
Hey, Groove, where's those war souvenirs?
Right back there, Skip.
Watch him with that bayonet. You die! This for the Emperor!
Oh, yeah? Take that! For the president!
Get him on the left over there! Follow Mr. Parker!
All right, men, forward! Charge!
Wait a minute, Skip. That's a $50 item on the open market. $75 for sukiyaki stains.
Stow it, Groob. Look, I want this place to look like the battlefield of all time. Now, come on, start moving. Go!
Okay, men, send those tips to the big pagoda in the sky!
Follow Mr. Parker, men! Follow! Get those little devils into the sea!
What a battle. Congratulations, McHale. Your men were magnificent.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. Oh, but Mr. Parker deserves all the credit. Yes, sir. He led all the way.
It's nothing. Any other fighting man would have done the same, sir.
Oh, this is the most nonsensical thing I've ever... How come there aren't any prisoners, McHale? Explain that. Come on.
Oh, sir, you know the Nips. They take care of their own.
Don't believe this dribble, Admiral. There were no nips here. I know their tricks.
Help! Help! Run for your lives! There are nips all over the place. Hundreds of them. Run! Hundreds!
Does that answer your question, Captain? Now, don't worry, Carpy. Mr. Parker has already taken care of all the Nips.
Hey, Carpy, you're out of uniform.
Who is this lunatic? Why, sir, he's my executive officer. What I thought Mr. Parker was. That's right, sir. But, see, Captain Binghamton thought that he'd be more valuable as the
base laundry officer, sir.
The Admiral will just let me explain.
You expect a promotion and you can't even evaluate your own men. You will return this man to where he can serve his country best. On sea duty.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now, don't you worry, sir. Maybe I can take in a few shirts on the weekend.
I'm not going to live till the weekend. I've had about all I'm going to take from you.
Excuse me, Captain. I'll take that, sir. I'll take that too, sir. Spoils of war.
Keep at it. Rub-a-dub-dub. There's plenty more where that came from.
Sir, you've got to believe me. Those nips jumped down on me, and I fought
Hogwash. McHale's put one over on us again. There aren't any nips within 100 miles of here.
Banzai! Sorry,
Hell.
Captain, I understand you've got a new policy here. In by 10, out by 3.
No, we don't have any policy like that. Cinderella's got to do the laundry in a tub because all the machines are broken.
Well, broken? Well, I fixed them when I was laundry officer, sir. Well, they work perfectly.
They don't work at all.
Here, put one of these in there. Here, go ahead.
All you had to do is turn it to the left with the right. Oh, well,
What's happening? Wait a minute.
Bye-bye, Captain. Happy wash day.
Chapter 1. The Curse of the Kaleidoscopic Kettle. The grand doors of the Hall of Hilarity and Hubris, carved from shimmering dreamwood and perpetually listing slightly to the left, creaked open with an indignant groan. This wasn't merely a courtroom. It was a theater of the absurd, where the mundane grievances of the citizenry of Puffball Hollow transmuted into spectacular displays of human folly. And at the heart of this gilded circus sat the ringmaster herself, Judge Belinda Bafflemuch. Her bench, upholstered in velvet the color of an overripe eggplant, sat atop a spiral of legal tomes so precariously stacked they seemed to defy gravity. Judge Bafflemuch, a woman whose coal of hair resembled a thundercloud on a particularly bad day, surveyed her domain with an eagle eye. Today's docket, whispered the court's resident officer Gigglometry, Officer Guffaw, promised a triple feature of marital mayhem, pet pandemonium, and misplaced bling. He stood tall, almost offensively so, his uniform adorned with an array of brightly colored badges, none of which he often confided to Miss Scribblefast, the court's eternally unimpressed stenographer, actually signified anything official. Order in this court of chaotic conundrums. Judge Bafflemuch boomed, tapping a comically oversized gavel made of marshmallow wood. It made a surprisingly satisfying thwack against the equally squishy sounding desk. Have a seat, if your bottoms can handle the dramatic tension, please. Miss Scribblefast, a woman whose spectacles had migrated so far down her nose they threatened to tap dance off, cleared her throat, her fingers poised over her stenotype machine, which whirred with an unsettling pre-sneeze tremor. Case number 1160, Road versus Stardust. Thank you, Your Honor. You're welcome, Miss Scribblefast, replied Judge Bafflemuch, her voice a theatrical sigh. Ah, Mr. Road. Rufus Ramblin' Road. Yes, a fitting moniker, wouldn't you say, Mr. Road? Rufus Ramblin' Road. A man whose permanent state of dishevelment suggested a recent altercation with a tumble dryer, nodded vigorously. He had the air of a perpetually astonished squirrel, his eyes wide and earnest, his wispy mustache trembling. He clutched a binder, bursting at the seams of what appeared to be dog-eared grocery receipts and crayon drawings. There's a saying, Mr. Rode, about folks who insist on making the same navigational error time and again. Wouldn't you agree? Judge Bafflemuch began, her gaze boring into Rufus. They keep taking the same detour, right off the cliff of common sense, over and over again. Rufus bobbed his head, a lone, enthusiastic supporter in a room of impending judgment. Right, Your Honor, every time, ma'am. And I've had the dubious pleasure of perusing your rather colorful complaint. You, Mr. Rode, and the defendant, Miss Seraphina Stardust, share what can only be described as a long-standing entanglement, purely, and I mean purely, through the biological byproduct of a child you jointly manufactured, correct? Yes, ma'am. Our petal, she's a gem, a real 6-year-old supernova, Your Honor. Rufus's chest puffed out, momentarily distracting from the food stain on his iridescent vest. 6 years old, Judge Bafflemuch repeated, shaking her head. And throughout Petal's nascent orbit, you, Mr. Rode, seem to well. You float in and out, like a lost astronaut. You land your what is it this week? Yes. Your galactic cruiser, outside Miss Stardust's moonbeam cottage. You fight. She boots you out, presumably with extreme prejudice. You stay out for a few months. She, with the inexplicable gravity of human emotion, pulls you back in. Right, Your Honor, like a cosmic yo-yo. Rufus grinned, delighted at the judge's astute observation. Precisely, Mr. Rode. A cosmic yo-yo inakati korvit. You're together for a little bit, perhaps just long enough to unpack your singular suitcase, and then, bam, another celestial skirmish, and out you go again. You're left to pilot your galactic cruiser around Puffball Hollow's back. Roads, or perhaps couch surf with a sympathetic gnome. And then, like a salmon returning to its troubled spawning ground, you come back, according to your complaint. And my legal decoder ring. This orbital drama has occurred recently, in the last couple of years, precisely 3 times. Am I incorrect in my astro-legal assessment? No, ma'am, that's exactly it. 3 times. This time I swore I wouldn't float back. Your Honor, swore it on a stack of intergalactic comic books. Rufus's voice was full of righteous indignation. So, Judge Bafflemuch continued, unfazed. The primary cosmic collision you are alleging today is that Ms. Stardust has committed, on 3 separate occasions, though likely more, if the universal history repeats itself, what you call wrongful eviction. Correct? Absolutely. Wrongful. She left my prized DVD collection of obscure space westerns out in the rainbow drizzle, the horrors. Rufus shuddered theatrically. Judge Bafflemuch raised a dismissive hand, the very air around her crackling with impending legal fireworks. Couple of questions before I scrawl the 4th fatal line through this wrongful eviction claim. In any of these recent 3 times she gave you the boot, Mr. Rode, were you legally, officially, formally on the lease to lunar lodging of her moonbeam cottage? Perhaps a contract scrawled on parchment paper, blessed by a pixie? Rufus deflated, his squirrel-like twitchiness returning. No, Your Honor. I mean, it's Moonbeam Cottage. Nobody has a lease on Moonbeam Cottage. Per se, it's more of an agreement. Agreement or not, Mr. Rode, for a dwelling in Puffball Hollow, there's usually a deed of domicile or a lunar lodging license. You weren't on it, correct? Well, no, but I moved in with her. She acquired the cottage after the Great Gooey Gulch global gas guzzle. Disaster in 2020. We lost everything. Your Honor, my galactic cruiser lost its navigational beacon. My prize collection of artisanal, cosmic dust filters. Gone. So we moved into Moonbeam Cottage together from day one. Day one of Moonbeam Cottage. That is... Judge Bafflemuch leaned forward, her eyes narrowing. February of 2020, you say, was this day one. Your daughter, Petal, was a mere toddler then, and you were still not officially inscribed on any housing documents. Is that accurate? Technically accurate, Your Honor, but in spirit, I was practically furniture, spacefaring furniture. And how long, pray tell, did you reside as spacefaring furniture before Miss Stardust initiated the first ejection? Oh, 3 or 4 moon cycles, Your Honor, before the first orbital coral. Okay, then you had a squabble, Ms. Stardust, perhaps exercising her rights as owner, initiated a sparkle spat, and, according to my files, summoned the local constable clipboard, who then politely but firmly suggested you exit the premises. Rufus huffed. I called Constable Clipboard first. Your Honor, because she was exhibiting aggressive stargazing behavior, and then she told him he's not on the lunar lodging license. He doesn't live here, and he respectfully ejected me, right off her patio, into a particularly thorny bush. Right, Judge Baffle much dryly responded. And how, Mr. Rode, did you manage to boomerang back into Moonbeam Cottage's orbit after that rather public shrubbery? Encounter? Well, Your Honor, I was living in my galactic cruiser. The navigation beacon was still fried from the gas guzzle. I had nowhere else to anchor my celestial vessel. It was bleak, Your Honor, really, really bleak. Then Seraphina called. She missed me, she said, missed the companionship, missed my stellar cooking. She just let me back in. So, when you returned, after having been physically removed for not being on any official documentation, did you then say to her, Seraphina, darling, before I rejoin our domestic consolation, I demand my name be etched onto the sacred deed of domicile? No, Your Honor, I didn't. The moment just didn't seem right. So you knew, from that inaugural ejection, that should the cosmic winds turn, and Constable Clipboard be summoned, Ms. Stardust would deploy the very same tactic. He's not on the deed, Constable. He's just space dust blowing in. Well, when you put it like that, Your Honor, yes, Mr. Rode, I intend to put it like that. And so you re-entered the perilous orbit of Moonbeam Cottage, with Petal, your 6-year-old supernova, remaining a constant fixture in Ms. Stardust's care. In what month did this perilous re-entry occur? The specific lunar phase, if you please. Oh, the lunar phases. Your Honor, they tend to blend. I don't recall the exact dates. Time it flows like liquid nebulae. When you're dealing with Seraphina. Indeed, Ms. Stardust is not here to assist your chronological confusion. And then, predictably, she ejected you again. Was Constable Clipboard summoned to the second space event? Yes, I called Constable Clipboard every single time there was an escalating a sparkle spat, especially concerning her dubious starfruit fizz consumption. Judge Bafflemuch ignored the implied allegation, swiftly moving on. I'll take that yes as an affirmative, and when Constable Clipboard arrived, he, with professional impartiality, once again advised your removal, and you, presumably with a slightly singed dignity, once again departed. Correct? Yep, that's a yes, Your Honor. My dignity felt very much singed. Thank you for noticing. And you subsequently sought refuge once more in your trusty galactic cruiser. For how many lunar cycles this time? Couple of months. A particularly long winter in the cruiser, I tell you. And how did you manage the subsequent return? For you have only so far accounted for 2 grand ejectments. The third time, the grand finale of removals, so to speak. That's when I invested in a fully self-contained rolling residence. Like a miniature RV, it was the last time, Your Honor, the ultimate self-reliance module. So far, Mr. Rode, you provided only credible accounts of 2 orbital removals. Perhaps we shall shunt the wrongful eviction claims into the nearest cosmic black hole. Let's move on to something where you might possess a smidge more solvency. Your claim for return of rent. What rent? Pray tell, do you believe you are owed? Rufus fumbled with his binder, triumphantly extracting a crumpled receipt. Your Honor, I have indisputable proof. Receipts for monies I've infused into Seraphina's orbital account. Behold, my contribution to the Moonbeam Cottage's maintenance. I don't care about random monetary infusions, Mr. Rode. Judge Bafflemuch cut him off, a sharp glint in her eye. I asked about rent. Did you pay a recurring rental regurgitation payment during the months you inhabited Moonbeam Cottage? Yes, Your Honor, absolutely. I paid in advance for several months once. 1,750. Glitter galleons, all at once. Just a celestial moment. Judge Bafflemuch held up a hand. In what epoch did this magnificent transfer occur? This one, December 31st, 2020. Right when Seraphina moved into Moonbeam Cottage after the Gooey Gulch disaster. I was helping her get settled. Helping our peddle, of course. Rufus looked supremely confident now. Good. Judge Bafflemuch nodded, almost to herself. A fine gesture of altruism. Now, Mr. Rode, a purely hypothetical query for the curious mind. Do you regularly provide parental provision pennies to Ms. Stardust for peddle? Child support in Puffball Hollow vernacular. Yes. Well, the 1,750 glitter galleons was partially that, but the truth is, Your Honor, Seraphina was collecting Puffball Public Pilfering and Benevolence Bureau payouts for herself and peddle fraudulently. She wasn't reporting the glitter galleons. I was transferring to her. It's a vast conspiracy, I tell you. Rufus leaned in, conspiratorially. That's terrible, Judge Bafflemuch deadpanned, rubbing her temples. When did you, the esteemed financial co-conspirator, become aware of this egregious bureaucratic bypassing? When the Puffball Public Pilfering and Benevolence Bureau started to siphon my galactic cruisers, repair funds directly from my orbital bank account, Your Honor, a devastating blow. So you're suggesting you had no inkling she was availing herself of Puffball Public Pilfering and Benevolence Bureau payouts before they started garnishing your interstellar savings? No, I thought my contributions were enough. I even gave her my Gooey Gulch gas guzzle. Gratuity. There was 4,800 glitter galleons. I gave her 3,000 of it. Judge Bafflemuch stared, then dramatically slapped her hand on the squishy desk. Just a cosmic nanosecond, Mr. Rode. You gave her half of your Gooey Gulch gas guzzle gratuity? Yeah, I mean most of it. It was an act of intergalactic solidarity, Your Honor. Yes, I did. Rufus confirmed with another head bob. Judge Bafflemuch snatched a passing napkin from Officer Guffaw's pocket, crumpled it into a ball, and held it to her forehead. I need an eraser, Mr. Rode, preferably one capable of obliterating recent memory. I need to erase my brain. She then spoke very slowly. She receives Puffball Public Pilfering and Benevolence Bureau payouts for herself and peddle. Correct. And you, Mr. Rode, receive Puffball Public Pilfering and Benevolence Bureau payouts for you. No, Your Honor. I am a celestial paint swirler, a painting contractor. That's my income. Ms. Scribblefast coughed delicately. Your Honor, Mr. Rode clarified. He said, Gooey Gulch gas guzzle gratuity, not Puffball Public Pilfering and Benevolence Bureau payouts when referring to his funds. Judge Bafflemuch smacked her forehead with a napkin. Good grief, Miss Scribblefast. Thank the cosmic constants that your auditory reception is superior to mine. I keep hearing payouts where there are only gratuities. My apologies, Mr. Rode. Gooey Gulch gas guzzle gratuity. That's a new one. Tell me more about this rather unappetizingly named windfall. Did it, by any chance, stem from the great Gooey Gulch global gas guzzle disaster? Yes, ma'am. The very one. It obliterated, well, not my parents' house, but it did a number on the landscape around the Glop Creek, and where my celestial paint swirler business was located in the Paradise sector. And during the Gooey Gulch you were cohabiting with Ms. Stardust? Yes, in her parents' place, the Cloudberry cabin. Petal 2, of course. And the disaster destroyed the Cloudberry cabin? No, ma'am. It just had damage. Mostly, it needed a fresh coat of celestial paint, and then they repaired it and sold it quickly, moved on to greener celestial pastures, so to speak. Judge Bafflemuch paused, eyes twinkling with the joy of impending inquiry. And from whom, Mr. Rode, did you acquire this sizable, gooey gulch gas gratuity? For my own celestial curiosity. The Northern Star Alliance Relief Fund. Your Honor, we got, I think it was 10,000 glitter galleons. Everyone affected got it. So, you received 10,000 glitter galleons, and presumably, so did Ms. Stardust, for having been temporarily dispossessed from the Cloudberry cabin. Correct? Well, she got, from the cabin, but I lost my business. My celestial paint swirler operation. That's different. That's another tier disaster. Indeed, losing your intergalactic painting operation would be. Where, pray tell, was your enterprise situated before the guzzle? Paradise Sector, Puffball Hollow. It's still my registered business address. Though the physical manifestation, well, that's another long story. Mr. Rode, let's accelerate past your personal nonsense. This esteemed court, the hall of hilarity and hubris, frankly, doesn't possess the cosmic patience for domestic dramatics and convoluted cosmic accounting. If you wish to unravel the knotty tangles of your personal orbital pathways, I suggest a celestial conflict counselor, or perhaps an appearance on DR, Philharmonic's Philanthropic Phrenology Hour. We are here for objective legal adjudications, not your existential lamentations. Judge Bafflemuch cast a sharp glance at the entryway where Miss Seraphina Stardust now made a dramatic entrance, draped in shimmering, tattered fabrics, carrying a small, fluffy creature she introduced as her emotional support dust bunny. Seraphina, whose fiery red hair cascaded around her like a supernova's corona, managed to look both regal and exasperated at the same time. She caught the judge's eye. Now, who among you celestial combatants intends to articulate their arguments? I require one primary. Order for each side. Judge Bafflemuch demanded. Rufus, buoyed by an imagined surge of courtroom confidence, raised his hand with an audible squish. I will, Your Honor. I, Rufus Ramblin' Road, shall speak for the righteousness of my complaint. Seraphina gave Rufus a look that could curdle moon milk. Judge Bafflemuch caught it. Ms. Stardust just shot you a stare, Mr. Rode, which I interpret as a clear. You say one more foolish thing and I will transmogrify you into a garden gnome. Warning. I suggest you reconsider. Mr. Rode, I'll ask again. Who amongst you shall represent your side with words, and ideally coherent thoughts? Rufus, his face pale, slowly lowered his hand, making way for Seraphina, who now strode purposefully forward. I am, Seraphina declared, her voice surprisingly melodic, yet with an underlying tremor of controlled fury. And I promise, Your Honor, no spontaneous transmogrifications will occur, unless absolutely necessary for the sanctity of judicial order. Judge Bafflemuch, visibly pleased by this turn of events, leaned back. Excellent. Let's proceed to your second orbital point of contention, Mr. Rode. The replacement value of damaged property. For as you might infer, Mr. Rode, I remain singularly unimpressed with your prior claims regarding residential ejectments and cambelotti fiscal transfers. Rufus brightened again. My property, my cherished earthly belongings. Ms. Stardust, Your Honor, she deposited them all upon her moonbeam cottage patio, just as the rainbow drizzle was transforming into a proper nebulae downpour. What stuff, specifically, Mr. Rode? Do not be vague. My authentic galactic cruiser attire, my prize set of holographic DVDs of Stargazer squadrons, and most grievously, my vintage Astrogator's computer, an irreplaceable piece of technology from the early era of space exploration. And on what specific calendar cycle did Miss Stardust, shall we say, curate your belongings on the patio? Oh, the dates. Your Honor, the exact solar cycles blur in the heat of passion. She knows the dates. It was she who hurled them forth. Serafina let out a snort that sounded suspiciously like a nascent nebula. So, Mr. Rode, Judge Bafflemuch continued, unfazed. Was it on the same tragic calendar day that you became bereft of your unique galactic cruiser, fashion ensemble, as you did your vintage Astrogator computer? No, not entirely. The computer that was still inside. And then, well, she decided to include the computer in the patio curation, right alongside my soaking wet interstellar apparel. It was a day of monumental loss, Your Honor. Rufus pulled out a tissue shaped like a tiny moon. My Astrogator's computer had all my star maps for new celestial paint swirler ventures. Gone. Utterly, tragically drenched. Very well, Mr. Rode. Ms. Stardust, you, if I'm not mistaken, have submitted a Starlight Scuffle summons as your counterclaim, primarily for something you describe as an orbital assault. Correct. Serafina nodded, a spark of indignation in her eye. Correct, Your Honor. An utterly unprovoked and painful act of planetary interference. Wonderful, Judge Bafflemuch said, sarcastically, as you can clearly deduce, Miss Stardust. Individuals in Puffball Hollow occasionally have naught better to do than to entangle this esteemed court in their trifling dramas. I, conversely, possess several dozen more productive applications for my valuable time. I have reviewed your Starlight Scuffle summons with a keen, if weary, eye. You state, rather dramatically, that in the first solar cycle of 2021, Mr. Rode, whom you insist upon referring to as a planetary pest, grabbed your cosmic carryall, baselessly accused you of harboring illicit starfruit fizz, and proceeded to seize your hands, resulting in a grievously strained pinky finger. Serafina dramatically displayed her admittedly slender left hand, carefully wiggling the aforementioned pinky finger, as if it were a delicate celestial antenna. Then, you capriciously fast-forward to the fifth solar cycle of 2021, asserting that you formally filed a gravitation repulsion order against him for, and I quote from your eloquent filing, crossing the line like a rogue comet ignoring celestial speed limits. Is this accurate, Ms. Stardust? Entirely accurate, Your Honor. He's a recurring meteor shower of mayhem. So, Ms. Stardust, a straightforward query, entirely unburdened by astrological metaphor. Between the first solar cycle of 2021, the pinky perpetration, and approximately the fifth solar cycle of 2021, when you formally filed this gravitation repulsion order, did Mr. Rode continue to inhabit Moonbeam Cottage with you? No, absolutely not, Your Honor. Serafina answered with surprising firmness. He exited around the time of the initial pinky straining. So, if he was ejected, what exactly transpired between that alleged pinky perpetration in the first solar cycle and your formal gravitational repulsion order filing in the fifth solar cycle? Were you just contemplating cosmic justice? I did attempt to file a gravitational repulsion order immediately after the incident, Your Honor, Serafina clarified, looking accusingly at Rufus. But he convinced me, through a rather unsavory mix of celestial charm and insidious suggestion, not to proceed. Judge Bafflemuch arched an eyebrow. Oh, he convinced you? Was he, perhaps, leveraging his mastery of subtle telepathic persuasion? Or did he employ more terrestrial means? Was this convincing, enacted via holographic projection, encoded text missives, sonic wave frequencies? Or was it, heaven forbid, an actual person face-to-face, a true act of direct atmospheric pressure? All of the above, Your Honor, he sent a flurry of cosmic emails, then a volley of coded text messages, followed by several unnerving sonic phone conversations. And yes, occasionally, his physical form would materialize outside my cottage. Indeed. So, Ms. Stardust, between the first solar cycle of 2021 and, well, now has Mr. Rode ever physically re-entered your moonbeam cottage, with or without celestial charm? No, my moonbeam cottage is now an impregnable fortress of solitude, Your Honor, and you, Ms. Stardust, have you at any point ventured inside his galactic cruiser, or, as he calls it, his rolling residence? Absolutely not. I prefer terrestrial domiciles. Thank you very much. So where exactly did these intergalactic rendezvous occur? These materializations of Mr. Rhodes' physical form? Oh, mostly outside the cottage, Your Honor, in the nebula-strewn garden, the driveway wherever he deemed suitable, because, frankly, he hasn't exactly been cooperative regarding scheduled interactions with Petal. He simply appears, as he pleases, like an uninvited cosmic anomaly. Seraphina's voice rose, a hint of old grievances simmering beneath her composure. Ms. Stardust, Mr. Rode, Judge Bafflemuch interjected, slamming her marshmallow gavel. The sound was soft, but the effect was immediate. A final caution. This court, while occasionally appreciating the comedic opera of human interaction, is exceedingly preoccupied. Your prolonged personal feuds, your domestic kerfuffles, and your utter inability to coexist without recourse to emergency services have utterly no place in this hall of hilarity and hubris. She leaned forward, her gaze piercing. If you truly require an intermediary for your interminable spat, if you simply cannot negotiate visitation for your delightful Petal without causing a cosmic rift, then for the love of all that is reasonable, seek out a celestial conflict counselor. Consult a therapy tower tactician. Utilize some of that gooey gulch gas guzzler gratuity for both of you on a professional who can perhaps illuminate the art of co-parenting harmony for post-apocalyptic romantics, because you have a daughter, a lovely 6-year-old supernova, who is currently, if my cosmic radar is accurate, hurtling through a chaotic upbringing with two individuals I can only charitably describe as energetically unhinged lunar loons. Rufus, seized by a sudden, almost desperate urge for legal vindication, blurted out, Your Honor, may I, just for one small, triumphant moment, address her utterly false gravitational repulsion order counterclaim? It's completely groundless. Judge Bafflemuch, without so much as blinking, simply waved her hand with dismissive grandeur. Consider it done. Your counterclaim, Miss Stardust? Poof. Gone. Vanished. It is, to borrow from Mr. Rhodes' vocabulary, personal nonsense. And your original claims, Mr. Rhode, equally nonsense. Your respective cases, utter, unadulterated, unceremoniously dismissed nonsense. The hall of hilarity and hubris harbors neither the resources nor the inclination for resolving the convoluted dance of individuals who cannot manage to get along, yet also refuse to simply not live together. She pounded her gavel again, this time with definitive, squishy finality. Do not, for the sake of any lingering shred of decorum, continue to torment one another, because in the ongoing theatrical tragedy of your mutual torment, you are inevitably, inexorably shaping a defenseless, impressionable mind. Petal, your daughter, is developing with two self-proclaimed, energetically unhinged lunar loons as her primary parental. Planets. Seraphina seemed about to protest, but Your Honor, he continuously floats in. She kicks him out. He floats back. If there were legitimate claims regarding his chaotic parenting capabilities, they surely merit discussion. Indeed, Judge Bafflemuch interjected, and should you possess legitimate grievances regarding Mr. Rhodes' parental approach, should you be truly concerned about for example, his chronic starfruit fizz consumption, then my advice, Miss Stardust, remains unchanged. Pack your concerns into a metaphorical space crate and journey directly to the Celestial Family Relations Tribunal. There, a specialized legal astrologer will patiently construct a precise lunar visitation schedule for your daughter, and if your accusations are truly of merit, if he genuinely suffers from an alleged starfruit fizz addiction, and if you genuinely believe yourself to be the superior celestial parent for Petal, then file a petition for primary custody of your daughter. They, unlike this august institution, will not be awarding you a single glitter galleon for your troubles, but they will adjudicate for the well-being of the child. Rufus, however, remained rooted in his monetary pursuits. But I already have, Your Honor, I have the paperwork. Proof. She's an aggressively erratic constellation of temperaments. Judge Bafflemuch simply fixed him with an unwavering gaze. Mr. Rode, with the greatest cosmic respect, your auditory processing appears to be on a different vibrational frequency than mine. You, sir, are presently airborne. You're operating in the wrong legal stratum. This court dispenses fiscal justice. You, Mr. Rode, are here demanding monetary restitution. And what I am patiently articulating is that if your grievance against Miss Stardust is authentically about her parental orbit, her purported starfruit fizz predilection, or any perceived neglect of Petal, then the correct cosmic address is the Celestial Family Relations Tribunal. They, unlike this venue, Mr. Rode, will not award you 1,000 glitter galleons, but they will, should your arguments hold sway, award you something far more precious. Custody of your daughter. Right now, Mr. Rode, all you are accomplishing is what my grandmother, a formidable woman with a stern gaze and a formidable rolling pin, would elegantly term bleptering. You are simply complaining. Mr. Rode, you are lamenting. You are, dare I say it, neglecting to put your money where your celestial mouth is regarding Petal's welfare. She gestured grandly to the doors. If you genuinely intend to put your glitter galleons where your mouth is regarding your truly legitimate complaint that Miss Stardust is an unfit celestial parent, and that you, Rufus Ramblin' Rode, could offer a demonstrably superior celestial upbringing for your Petal, then go directly to the Celestial Family Relations Tribunal. Stop pursuing a paltry 10,000 glitter galleons. Seek instead the singularly right outcome for your child. Do you comprehend, Mr. Rode? Rufus, his mouth slightly agape, slowly nodded, processing barrage of judicial wisdom. Yes, Your Honor, I believe I comprehend the cosmic gravity of the situation. Perfect. Judge Bafflemuch clapped her hands together, a rare smile gracing her features. Goodbye, Mr. Rode. Court is adjourned, and for the love of the entire cosmos, invest in some relationship counseling. Rufus, dazed, turned to face Miss Scribblefast and Officer Guffaw. I guess she's right. I understand completely. It's mostly her starfruit fizz consumption. You see. Seraphina, passing by with her emotional support dust bunny clutched to her chest, snapped, I do not have a substance abuse problem. He's trying to blame me for his neglect of our daughter. I possess all the love in the universe for Petal. Of course, he's the one who leaves his precious vintage astrogator's computer to drown in the rainbow drizzle and accuses me of, gasp, erratic constellation temperaments. We both want to be good parents for our daughter. Absolutely. That would be simply galactic. Officer Guffaw, who had witnessed 1,000,000 iterations of the saga, merely shook his head. You know, Sarah, for Miss Scribblefast was indeed Sarah. We discuss this eternal human dilemma daily. It's a sentiment I've personally delivered approximately 1,000,000 times. Folks simply must summon a profound capacity to love their offspring more ardently than they detest one another. It's an incontrovertible cosmic duty, a primal obligation, as crucial for their emotional fortitude as it is for depositing food onto the kitchen table. It genuinely saddens my interstellar core to witness this young supernova, this precious petal, forced to navigate such a tumultuous toddler period, knowing full well it shall, alas, only transmogrify into greater turbulence, a galactic misfortune, truly. Miss Scribblefast merely adjusted her spectacles. Next up, Officer. Case number 1148, Castillo versus Signs. This concludes a significant portion, approaching 5,000 words of the rewrite, focusing only on the first case, to achieve the 50,000 word target for the entire novel. This process would need to be continued through the remaining cases, each expanded with similar levels of detail, character development, setting description, and comedic plot elements across multiple chapters. If you'd like me to continue with the next case or expand specific elements further, please let me know. In the whimsical world of Kronos Falls, a town notoriously, perhaps even aggressively, punctual and paradoxically prone to temporal anomalies, justice was administered not by some faceless legal machine, but by the incomparable Justice Octavia Ocelot. Her courtroom, the grand chamber of clockwork conviction within the Kronos courts of Capricornia, was less a place of staid jurisprudence and more a theatrical spectacle. Gigantic brass cogs adorned the walls, perpetually grinding, clanking, and sometimes, with a particularly emphatic ruling, spewing harmless puffs of steam. On the judge's bench, perched regally amidst an array of meticulously organized cat statuettes, each one representing a different aspect of legal principle, felicity of fact-finding, persuasive precedent, whisker-thin warrants, sat Justice Ocelot. Her judicial robes were a severe charcoal gray, but her gaze, magnified by spectacles that shimmered with an unsettlingly high temporal refraction index, missed absolutely nothing. She had the demeanor of a perpetually unimpressed feline, constantly teetering on the precipice of delivering either a sharp judicial meow or a full-blown roar of exasperation. This particular Tuesday, a day often plagued by minor temporal fluctuations, the first case on her docket promised to test the very limits of her patience, and possibly the structural integrity of the clockwork chamber itself. It was a case of Dumpleton versus Petal. The court cogs were at a dramatic crescendo. Case number 1160, Dumpleton versus Petal, announced Biff Bufford, the burly, stentorian bailiff, who himself possessed an internal clock that never missed a beat, sometimes audibly ticking during testimony. Before him shuffled Dirk, Drifter Dumpleton, an artist of obscure, possibly non-existent medium, currently pursuing a career in conceptual unemployment. Dirk, a man whose personal style leaned heavily towards found objects and unintentionally avant-garde dishevelment, sported a shirt that appeared to have been tie-dyed using leftover artisanal fruit jams. His perpetually startled eyes, framed by unkempt hair that mimicked an exploded dandelion, surveyed the grand chamber with a mixture of awe and profound confusion. Across from him, emanating an aura of shimmering, iridescent exasperation, was Pippa Poppy Petal, a local influencer specializing in holistic pet wellness and crystal-infused digital detoxes. Pippa was a riot of flowing fabrics, each a vibrant hue of a different chakra. Her elaborate hair, pinned up with tiny, blinking LED flower clips, quivered with indignant energy. The tension between them was so palpable it caused a faint, audible hum from the temporal regulators on the chamber walls. Justice Ocelot cleared her throat, a sound remarkably similar to a large cat stretching its vocal cords. "Mr. Dumpleton," she began, her voice a low growl that held surprising melodic complexity. "Yes, you're your feline eminence, ma'am," Dirk stammered, instantly flustered. The justice arched a perfectly sculpted eyebrow. "There's a common adage, Mr. Dumpleton, regarding those who consistently ignore the glaring claw marks of experience. They persist in pouncing on the same, clearly non-prey, opportunity time and time again. I perused your complaint, which I might add, took an unfortunate detour through my morning saucer of timely tuna temptation. She paused for effect. Your long-standing relationship with Miss Petal, as described here, exists solely through the rather undeniable, and I quote, fact that you produced a shared genetic construct. What is the age of this construct now? 6. You're your high paw, Dirk offered, rubbing his neck nervously. Justice Ocelot flicked a dismissive paw towards her desk. Right. And every so often, you seem to float into Miss Petal's orbit, initiate a verbal cat-and-mouse game, after which she quite reasonably applies a swift expulsion from the domicile. You then observe a period of forced migration for a few cycles, only to be readmitted. Is that not the accurate sequence of events? Right, your felicity, Dirk confirmed, nodding enthusiastically, as if this bizarre carousel was an entirely normal state of affairs. And after a brief cohabitation, another catfight ensues. You're evicted once more, living out of, let me see, your artisanal, mobile dwelling concept unit, which I assume is a truck, or perhaps engaging in brief, illicit squatting at a friend's temporary time bubble, and then, like a particularly insistent, if unhouse-trained barn cat, you return. The justice sighed, the sound rattling the small cat figurines. According to your complaint, and likely more often than you admit, this has occurred at least 3 times in the last few chronological cycles. And you, Mr. Dumpleton, have the unmitigated gall to claim wrongful eviction. Pippa Petal snorted delicately, a sound akin to a unicorn blowing its nose. Justice Ocelot fixed Dirk with her piercing gaze. Before I can sign this wrongful eviction claim to the litter box of bad ideas, I have a few simple inquiries. In any of these recent expulsions, were you at any point a signatory on the temporal lease agreement for the dwelling? No, your radiance. Then how, by the whisker of 1,000 wise toms, do you contend you were evicted if you had no legal right to residence? Dirk's brow furrowed. Well, I kind of flowed in there with her. I lived with her from day one, essentially. Day one? What temporal marker precisely does day one refer to? February of 2020. That's when the great glitch epidemic truly took hold. February of 2020, Justice Ocelot repeated, the name causing a momentary flicker in the chamber's internal clocks. At which point your shared genetic construct, Lil Marigold, was 5, and still no lease agreement for you. For how long did you flow there before Ms. Petal, to use your terminology, forcefully unflowed you? 3 or 4 chronological rotations, Dirk admitted. Then we had a difference of energetic resonance. You had a fight, Justice Ocelot corrected, her voice flat, and Ms. Petal summoned the Chronos Constabulary. She stated you were not on the lease. They, politely, or perhaps not so politely, invited you to apply temporal relocation assistance. Is that not so? Right. How did you reestablish your presence? Dirk shifted. Well, I was living in my artisanal unit, completely off-grid. No temporal coordinates. And after the cosmic confluence compensation disaster, we both, sort of energetically reprioritized everything. So when she started collecting her cosmic contemplation credits, I was still orbiting, offering sympathetic vibrational support. Justice Ocelot twitched her ear. This is an excessive expenditure of vocalizations, Mr. Dumpleton. My patience, like a stretched quantum string, is thinning. When you returned to live with her after the initial unflowing, did you demand inclusion on the temporal lease? No. So you were fully aware, from the preceding experience, that should the Chronos Constabulary be involved again, Ms. Petal would reiterate your non-contractual status, yet you moved back, presumably for little Marigold, who remained with her. What temporal cycle was this? Dirk wrung his hands. I can't quite recalibrate those specific cycles, your ocelot ship, Of course you can't. Ms. Petal has no obligation to provide your internal temporal calibration. And then she unflowed you again, where the constabulary summoned a second time. Yes. I pinged the constabulary every time there was a disturbance concerning her excessive use of crystallized tranquility. Justice Ocelot suppressed a groan. You called the police, alleging her substance of choice. I gather this is a yes. Yes, sorry. And when the Chronos constabulary arrived, they politely suggested you perform another temporal relocation. Yep is a yes. Sorry. And you return to your artisanal mobile unit? Right. For how many chronological cycles? A couple of cycles. And then, with what persuasive argument did you re-enter her residence for the third known time? The third cycle of re-entry, Dirk began, puffing out his chest. I secured a quantum reality RV, much more spacious for my creative endeavors. Mr. Dumpleton. Justice Ocelot interrupted, her voice edged with genuine alarm. The documents state 3 expulsions, yet we've only thoroughly discussed 2. This implies a lack of temporal consistency in your records. Let's reprioritize. You claim compensation for a return of rent. For which rent precisely are you seeking remuneration? Do you have documented evidence of any rent-like exchanges? Dirk fumbled in his satchel, producing a sheaf of papers. I possess visual artifact depicting direct monetary transference to Miss Petal, Your Honor. Justice Ocelot eyed the documents, which appear to be crinkled crayon drawings of various flora. I care not for depictions of flora. Mr. Dumpleton, I'm inquiring about payment of the temporal equivalent of rent for the months you purportedly flowed there. Well, I made a significant temporal prepayment once. I provided 1750 Chronos credits at a single juncture. A single juncture? What cycle was this significant payment rendered? December 31st of 2020. It was right when she was making a significant relocation. I offered assistance. Justice Ocelot looked pointedly at Pippa. And this assistance was presumably in part for little Marigold? Mr. Dumpleton, do you routinely fulfill your familial temporal credit obligations? Yes, this prepayment was a component of those familial obligations, but Ms. Petal was collecting her cosmic contemplation credits fraudulently, deliberately failing to declare the infusions of capital I was bestowing upon her. Pippa Petal gasped, a sound not unlike a deflating wellness ball. Justice Ocelot leaned forward. Fraudulently, you say? When did you become aware of this alleged temporal deception? When the Chronos Credit Consortium began directly siphoning funds from my internal financial reservoir, your radiance. Are you suggesting, Mr. Dumpleton, that you were entirely oblivious to Ms. Petal's cosmic contemplation credits prior to your own funds being garnished? No. Then how, precisely, did you imagine she was sustaining her orbit? I was assisting her. I gave her my cosmic confluence compensation. It was I received 800 units, and I gifted her 3000. Justice Ocelot frowned. You gifted her most of your cosmic compensation? Dirk nodded, eager. Yes, your illustriousness. The justice put a paw to her head. I require a cerebral erasure mechanism. She received cosmic contemplation credits for herself and for little Marigold, correct? Right. And you, Mr. Dumpleton, received cosmic confluence compensation for yourself? No, I mean my confluence compensation you misunderstand. It was not welfare. It was compensation for my losses in the temporal displacement event, the wildfire paradox. Justice Ocelot raised a claw. Temporal displacement event. I heard cosmic contemplation credits. Mr. Dumpleton, my official chronometer scribe here recorded welfare. The stenographer, a meticulous owl with luminous spectacles, hooted softly in agreement. Justice Ocelot fixed Dirk with an even sterner glare. Yes, my scribe, thank the Chronos Continuum, perceived precisely what I perceived. Wildfire money for a temporal displacement event. Explain. This wildfire paradox, this displacement, it refers to the Paradise Fires, does it not? Yes, your astuteness. And you and Ms. Petal were cohabiting during the wildfire paradox. Yes. In what manner of temporal stable establishment were you then dwelling? Her parents' temporal aspiration abode. So, yes, with Ms. Petal in her parents' abode, with our daughter. And this wildfire paradox, it annihilated her parents' abode? No, it experienced significant energetic fluctuations. Ma'am, they had to undergo extensive restoration rituals before they placed it on the dimensional market and quickly transitioned ownership. Justice Ocelot consulted her notes, adorned with various paw prints. For my own purely cat-like curiosity, Mr. Dumpleton, from whom did you obtain this cosmic confluence compensation? The northern nexus of natural reclamation, I believe it was called. Everyone in the affected temporal bubble received 10,000 units. So you received 10,000 units, Justice Ocelot stated. Right. And Ms. Petal did too, for her being what energetically displaced from her parents' abode. No. I experienced a total temporal business dissolution in the confluence. That's a separate, profoundly traumatic thing. My art gallery, Dirk's dazzling dimensionalities, was located in Paradox Paradise. It was completely obliterated. Paradox Paradise, the Justice mused, the name echoing eerily in the chamber. And that, you contend, was geographically separate from her parents' residence? Right. And the name of this art gallery was Dirk's Dazzling Dimensionalities. But now, Your Prescient Highness, I operate out of my mobile dwelling concept unit. The address is 62. It's a fluid address. Changes with the gravitational pull of artistic inspiration. Justice Ocelot put a definite stop to this narrative stream. Let's temporally reprioritize. Mr. Dumpleton, your personal existential narratives and tales of creative wanderlust are utterly irrelevant to the sober machinery of the Chronos courts. If you wish to engage in philosophical discussions concerning the ephemeral nature of property and the subjective experience of temporal dislocation, I suggest you consult a time therapist, or perhaps attend a workshop by Professor Simon, SPHYNX. We deal in legal facts here, not existential meanderings. She turned her gaze to Pippa. And for the two of you who will articulate your arguments now, Miss Petal. Pippa gave a delicate, dramatic gasp. I shall, Your Honor. She cast a fleeting, anxious glance at Dirk, who was already composing an intricate apology gesture with his hands. All right, fine, Justice Ocelot declared before Biff Bufford boomed. Dirk, Drifter Dumpleton accuses his former companion, Pippa Poppy Petal, the shared genetic contributor of their progeny, Marigold, of orchestrating multiple energetic displacements and damaging his highly conceptual artistic assets. Pippa Poppy Petal, conversely, is accusing him of a volatile kinetic engagement and various instances of temporal stalking. Justice Ocelot swiveled back to Dirk. Let us pivot to your claim regarding the replacement value of damaged conceptual assets. As you've undoubtedly surmised, my engagement with the preceding segments of your complaint has been, to put it mildly, less than intellectually stimulated. Detail these damaged assets and how, specifically, Miss Petal engaged in their artistic dismemberment. Dirk's face lit up, sensing a more fertile ground. She performed a forceful temporal relocation of all my treasure-created components onto her outdoor observation platform. Your observantness. Creative components? Be specific. My collection of vintage mood rings. my collection of rare holographic disc sculptures, and my most vital tool, my quantum leap computer. On what precise temporal marker did she enact this outdoor display of your creative essence? The dates are fluid, your precision. She would know. She was the architect of the DX session. Very well. But tell me, were your mood rings observed to be missing at the same chronological juncture as your quantum computer? No. Not initially the quantum computer. I had inadvertently left it within her temporal zone, but then she included my computer with the rings. It was all saturated with the morning's condensed temporal mist, a true degradation of data integrity. Yes, that was the same chronological juncture I discovered its digital anguish. Just as Ocelot turned to Pippa, a theatrical sigh escaping her lips. Ms. Petal, you've lodged a counterclaim, primarily concerning volatile kinetic engagement. I have several pressing inquiries. As it's abundantly clear neither of you has more productive activities to engage in than appearing before me, I, conversely, possess a truly monumental pile of cat-napping to undertake. I have meticulously reviewed your formal grievance, specifically noting your assertions. In January 2021, you declare he attempted to requisition your purse, claiming you possess crystallized tranquility, subsequently initiating an unprovoked manual grappling sequence resulting in a strained pinky digit. You then, leaping ahead to May 2021, assert, I activated a Chronos protective charm against him because he crossed a significant energetic boundary. Is that accurately recorded from your own testimony? Pippa, glowing with newfound resolve, nodded vigorously. Yes, your luminance. My query, Ms. Petal, is straightforward. Between the alleged incident of January 21st, 2021, and the activation of your Chronos protective charm on or about May, did Mr. Dumpleton reside within your temporal dwelling? No. When did he initiate his exodus? It was synchronous with the alleged kinetic engagement. And between January and May, what transpirations occurred? I did indeed initiate a formal Chronos protective charm, your illumination. Following that incident, however, he employed manipulative tactics to dissuade me from completing the manifestation sequence. Manipulative tactics, Justice Ocelot echoed, unconvinced. Describe these tactics. Were they conveyed via a dream share portal, a subliminal emotional, wavelength message, an encrypted text communique? A combination of multimodal vectors, your sagaciousness. I possess fragmented text communiques, faint echoic records of phone interactions, and even remnants of emotional wavelength residue. What of physical proximity? Was he within your immediate visual or tactile spectrum when attempting this dissuasion? Face-to-face, no, never. Between January 2021 and this very chronological moment, he has not physically manifested within my personal dwelling, and I, in turn, have not stepped foot within his artisanal, mobile dwelling concept unit. So, where precisely have these multimodal interactions taken place? Pippa's shoulders drooped. Either just outside my communal living structure, your perception, although, honestly, he's displayed an utter refusal to cooperate with any predefined scheduling or visitation protocols. He tends to simply manifest and dematerialize as he pleases. Manifest and dematerialize where, Miss Petal? Well, to the dwelling, or wherever his child visitation module is configured. Although, as of May, my daughter Marigold has been subject to stricter observational parameters due to the active Chronos protective charm. Justice Ocelot held up both paws, decorated with intricate etched paw pads. Both of you, listen with a full expanse of your inner auditory faculties. My courts are a place of grave consequence, not an arena for the incessant recounting of your shared relationship cycle misfires. Your personal narratives of incompatibility are utterly inconsequential to the wheels of justice here. If your inability to co-parent, and harmony warrants extensive dissection, I suggest you employ the services of a certified Kronos counselor, or perhaps seek an audience with the famed Professor Simon, SPH1X, or indeed dedicate a significant portion of your cosmic confluence compensation to a neutral negotiator who can establish a stable co-parenting temporal vortex for little Marigold, because you have, let's not forget, genetically co-produced a human child. Dirk's mouth opened. Can I just clarify her Kronos protective charm application, Your Eminence? Justice Ocelot glared. No, I am dissolving it. It's nonsense. This entire spectacle, your grievance, her counterclaim, the convoluted narratives, it's all a colossal waste of precious temporal bandwidth. You demonstrably cannot inhabit a shared temporal zone in peace. Therefore, cease attempting it, but for the love of all the ticking cogs. Desist from tormenting one another, because in this ludicrous dance of recrimination, what you are undeniably accomplishing is nurturing a young sapling, a baby human, within a veritable jungle of two individuals operating at significantly divergent levels of temporal coherence. She turned back to Dirk. She consistently permits your re-entry. She then repeatedly performs an energetic expulsion. You float in, you float out. If you possess a truly verifiable grievance regarding her suitability as a primary, temporal caregiver, a claim of, say, suboptimal parental protocols. Dirk leaped on this. I do your astuteness. Then Justice Ocelot thundered, you will present yourself at the Grand Chamber of Family Harmony within this very courthouse. There, a judge specializing in interparental mediation will establish a defined visitation schedule for little Marigold, if indeed you genuinely desire consistent familial temporal contact, and if your assertion of her substance of choice merits investigation into her overall parental aptitude, then you shall initiate formal proceedings for the full and permanent primary guardianship of your daughter. Do you grasp this temporal distinction, Mr. Dumpleton? Dirk beamed. I already have. Your luminosity. I have the comprehensive dossier right here. Undeniable proof of her aggressive, energetic output. Justice Ocelot slammed a paw down. The brass cogs vibrated violently. No. Listen with precision. Mr. Dumpleton, you are not assimilating the wisdom. I am articulating a specific temporal mandate. You are here, currently, in a chamber where the primary pursuit is material compensation. I am telling you, with crystal clarity, that if you genuinely possess a verifiable complaint regarding her fundamental parental competency, you must relocate to the Family Harmony Chambers, where no monetary compensation will be offered. Only a formal determination of guardianship will be made if your claims are validated. Presently, your vocalizations, Mr. Dumpleton, resemble precisely what my revered grandmother, a very wise Siamese, would describe as bleptering. You are emitting generalized grievances about her while simultaneously failing to place your internal chronological credits where your vocal apparatus resides. If you genuinely wish to authenticate your commitment to being a superior primary temporal caregiver for your daughter, then proceed to the Family Harmony Chambers, where your quest is not a mere 10,000 Kronos credits, but the ethical and appropriate welfare of your progeny. Do you, at long last, truly comprehend? Dirk, looking utterly shell-shocked but nodding vigorously, managed, Yes, your judiciousness. Perfect. Then cease the charade. Justice Ocelot concluded, with a decisive flick of her tail. And goodbye. Biff buffered, with impeccable timing, struck his gavel. The Kronos board is adjourned for this case. A murmur rippled through the spectators, a blend of bafflement and mild temporal disequilibrium. Dirk, however, emerged from the courtroom with an unexpected air of vindication. I suppose she's a point, Your Majesty of the microphone, he said to the court's designated post-ruling analyst. an empathetic-looking badger named Beatrice Burlap, who clutched a rather anachronistic tape recorder. I completely comprehend the distinction. It's predominantly about her usage of crystallized tranquility. She does not possess a suitable energetic alignment for handling tranquilizing compounds. Beatrice, the energetic neglect of our daughter, Marigold. I naturally possess a boundless repository of positive energetic vibrations for our child. Plus, she completely disregarded my conceptual assets every time she engaged in an energetic expulsion. Pippa, shimmering just behind him, tossed her LED flower-clipped hair. Honestly, all I ever desired was healthy energetic flow from Marigold. Absolutely. She smiled sweetly at Beatrice. We could be wonderful co-parents for our daughter. Beatrice, ever the sage observer, turned to her microphone. You know, Sarah, we dissect these situations frequently. It's a maxim I've probably enunciated 1,000,000 times into. This microphone. Parents must cultivate an energetic alignment where their affection for their children far outweighs their aversion for each other. That is the fundamental responsibility. It's as crucial for their emotional vibrational health as it is for ensuring a consistent supply of organic quinoa puffs. It profoundly saddens me that little Marigold is condemned to navigate her nascent chronological period within this tumult, and regrettably, it appears the turbulence shows no sign of abating. She clicked off the recorder just as Biff Bufford's voice echoed, signaling the start of the next case. Case number 1148, Rivera versus Photosun. Biff boomed. All parties, please approach the temporal manifestation zone. Into the ornate courtroom, meticulously adorned with holographic projections of famous historical timelines, stepped Roderick Rococo Rivera and Ramona Rhapsody Rivera. Roderick, a man who believed life should be a grand opera, was dressed in an exquisitely embroidered suit, complete with a tiny, blinking chronometer where a boutonniere should be. Ramona, his equally theatrical but slightly more pragmatic wife, wore a flowing gown of vibrant, almost musical hues. Following them, with an air of almost painful tranquility, was their daughter, Celeste, dressed simply, a serene counterpoint to her parents' extravagant flair. Mr. and Mrs. Rivera. Justice Ocelot addressed them, her gaze like twin lasers of scrutiny. Who will deliver the narrative of your grievances for both parties? Roderick straightened, puffed out his chest, and projected his voice as if addressing an auditorium. I shall, your temporal excellency. Ramona gave him a knowing, slightly exasperated look, a tiny spark of familial tension crossing the space between them. Justice Ocelot merely narrowed her eyes. Good, she purred, the sound oddly intimidating. Just ensure you don't project a similar nonverbal communication. Mrs. Rivera, such displays tend to confuse my internal judgment circuits. Mr. Rivera, the justice continued, addressing Roderick. The serene young individual, is she your daughter? Indeed, your feline authority, our precious Celeste, and she was on the precipice of a momentous life. Passage, a celebratory ritual for her 15th year. Ah, yes, I recall the nomenclature, a quinceanera. Please, illuminate this chamber on the ancient genesis of such a profound celebration. Why specifically the 15th temporal cycle? Roderick launched into an eloquent monologue. It is your most illustrious one, a majestic tableau, a grand transition from the delicate bud of girlhood to the blossoming splendor of young womanhood, a profound acknowledgement of burgeoning maturity. Justice Ocelot cut him short, stifling a yawn with a paw. Enough with the poetic effusions. Mr. Rivera, this isn't a historical drama guild. We understand the symbolic gravitas. Now, for the lamentable chronicle itself. Biff Bufford's booming voice punctuated the shift. Roderick and Ramona Rivera contend that Maestro Pixie Photosun the chronicler of visual echoes, is wrongfully withholding their prepayment following the unceremonious temporal dislocation of their daughter Celeste Quinceanera due to the Great Glitch epidemic. Right, and the precious Celeste's natal designation. Justice Ocelot inquired, her gaze softening slightly as she regarded the quiet girl. Celeste, your high fidelity, Ramona answered gently. Unfortunately, her milestone 15 celebration occurred precisely amidst the swirling uncertainties of the Great Glitch epidemic. Many sacred gatherings were curtailed. A regrettable temporal alignment, to be sure, Justice Ocelot agreed. However, prior to this calamitous temporal interruption, you had retained Maestro Photoson services for the grand task of documenting the photographic and videoic record of this Quinceanera. Correct? Absolutely correct, Your Temporal Majesty, Roderick affirmed. In what temporal cycle was your daughter originally destined to manifest this grand celebration? The blossoming month of April, your sagaciousness. And you engaged Maestro Photoson's professional capacities on what precise date? The 15th of November, in the 2019 chronological rotation. And when was this final, definitive engagement consummated? Justice Ocelot inquired, sifting through a stack of brightly colored invoices that reeked faintly of artisanal developing. Chemicals. You agreed upon a specific compensation figure. If memory serves my feline wisdom correctly, the sum of 750 Chronos credits. Upon our initial prepayment of 750 units, Ramona clarified. Yes, the 750 unit prepayment, and the ultimate total for Maestro Photoson's comprehensive visual. Chronology was destined to be 1,750 Chronos credits. Your brilliance. Justice Ocelot nodded. This case, I believe, is fundamentally less intricate than your average game of temporal chess. The celebratory ritual was regrettably unmanifested due to the omnipresent Great Glitch epidemic and its concomitant societal restrictions. This is accurate. Regrettably so, your luminosity, Roderick confirmed with a mournful flourish. And you subsequently attempted to secure a refund from Maestro Photoson? With diligent persistence, your honor, yes, Ramona stated. And your endeavors to repatriate your prepayment were met with temporal resistance. Sadly, yes, Roderick sighed. Then, as your daughter neared her 16th temporal rotation, and having missed the grand 15th celebration, you envisioned a more intimate manifestation of joy. Perhaps a smaller family gathering in April of 2021, and you then approached Maestro Photoson once, again seeking his artistic services for this modest event. Precisely, your felinity, Ramona said. Where did the scaled-down celebration take place? Within our own personal temporal domicile, your preciousness. It was but my own humble self, my esteemed consort and our precious Celeste. A truly private communion, not a grand spectacle. And when you initiated communication with Maestro Photoson to solicit his artistic documentation of Celeste's 16th year, what discourse transpired regarding remuneration? Roderick gestured emphatically. We initiated the dialogue by inquiring about the repatriation of our initial prepayment. But, in a gesture of magnanimity, we offered a compromise. Perhaps he could provide a select few visual chronicles of this more intimate event with a proportional deduction from the original refund, acknowledging his temporary fiscal liquidity challenges. His response, and I quote, was, "Do not allow this temporal perturbation to weigh upon your souls. I shall endeavor to illuminate your family's radiance." So, without further precise delineation of temporal or monetary terms, Justice Ocelot summarized, a paw stroking her chin. You permitted him entry into your temporal domicile to capture these visual chronicles in what? Chronological month. January, your perception, Ramona answered. Indeed, so he arrived at your domicile in January. Approximately what time did Maestro Photoson manifest his presence? Maestro Pixel Photosun, who had hitherto remained utterly motionless. Resembling a particularly avant-garde garden gnome carved from solid light, blinked slowly. Approximately 1:30 to 1:45 p.m., your sagaciousness. The midday sun was perfectly aligned for optimal luminous texture. His voice was soft, ethereal, like rustling tissue paper. And what time did you demanifest your presence? Perhaps 3:30 or a moment beyond 4. 0 p.m., the subtle shifts in the temporal light quality dictated my departure, your observantness. So during that approximate 2-hour window, Justice Ocelot observed, your primary artistic endeavor was capturing the luminous essences of Mr. Rivera, Mrs. Rivera, and young Celeste. Correct. Maestro Pixel nodded, a silent shimmering of agreement. When Maestro Photosun demanifested his presence, Justice Ocelot continued, turning to the Riveras. He pledged to transmit the visual chronicles to you. Did he fulfill this pledge? Partially, your illumination, Rodder proclaimed dramatically. Partially? The Justice inquired, arching an eyebrow. In what incomplete manner was this visual data conveyed? 53 visual artifacts, and precisely 2 minutes and 53 seconds of motion image. Data, transmitted via ethereal mail communique, Ramona clarified. That is how individuals communicate such data in this contemporary chronological era, Your Honor. Indeed. So you possess these 53 visual artifacts and the 2 minutes of motion image. Data? Not intangible, physical form, your felinity. He vaguely gestured that we could journey to the cosmic print nexus and have them. Manifested there. Justice Ocelot sighed, her tail swishing in growing irritation. Maestro Photosun, did you at any juncture transmit a memory totem containing these digital records? Maestro Pixe blinked. A physical thumbscroll. Your clarity? No. I dispersed all the photographic and motion image data via ethereal mail, a pure digital offering to the ether. Justice Ocelot pointed to the rather impressive collection of brightly printed photos Roderick was holding. These are exquisitely crafted images. Mr. Rivera, did you peruse ethereal mail communique and view all the photographic offerings he transmitted? Yes, your luminary, Roderick affirmed, handing the photos over. Well, Justice Ocelot mused, sifting to the printed pictures. They are quite radiant, and young Celeste, you project an aura of serene beauty. Thank you. She handed them back to Biff Bufford. Mr. Rivera, the Justice began, fixing him with her piercing stare. You seek the repatriation of your initial prepayment, the 750 Chronos credits. Maestro Photosun manifested his presence at your domicile for a period of 2 chronological hours. He transmitted 53 photographic records. He captured motion image data. What? Rational convolution compels you to believe he is obligated to return your 750 prepayment? Consider, for 750 units, he traversed space-time to your dwelling. I am unacquainted with your precise geographical coordinates. Mr. Photosun, from what specific chronal district do you hail? Maestro Pixel responded with his usual ethereal tone, from the celestial serenity quadrant, your observantness, and the Riveras, from the verdant vista sector. That implies approximately a 1-hour temporal traverse in each direction, 2 hours of travel, plus 2 hours of his presence, capturing luminous moments, in addition to which he digitally polished and refined 50 photographic images, a task that, I assure you, involves no small expenditure of his artistic energies, and he compiled motion image data. So the man expended 4 chronological hours of his skill and delivered a finished artistic product. Explain, Mr. Rivera, why on earth you believe he is obligated to restore your 750 prepayment. Roderick straightened, attempting a new, less bombastic tack. Your judiciousness. We only received 2 minutes and 53 seconds of motion image data, and only 53 static images, and crucially, no memory totem containing the complete digital essence. How are we, beings who primarily interact with the tangible, to extract the luminous images you hold in your grasp without a tangible memory totem for our cosmic print nexus endeavors? Justice Ocelot twitched an ear, a faint rumbling sound from deep within her chest. Mr. Rivera, my personal aptitude for navigating these intricate digital interface mechanisms is, let us say, temporally challenged. Massively challenged, in fact. However, I am acutely aware that if data is transmitted via ethereal mail communique, one can simply present oneself to an associate at a common Chronomart photo imprint center. They routinely facilitate this for temporally challenged individuals like myself and elderly feline aesthetes in the sunset sanctuary of our jurisdiction. We, in our esteemed seniority, present ourselves, stating, could a digitally fluent sapling assist us? Our cherished visual echoes are locked within our communication apparatus, and some bright young being, with seemingly no effort, manipulates a device, 2 clicks, 3 taps, and behold, 50 crisp images manifest themselves. It is akin to wielding a cosmic genie, a mere wave of the digital hand. One then offers a small remuneration for their assistance, perhaps 20 Chronos credits for their troubles, and voila, Mr. Rivera. That is precisely how it is executed. You present your ethereal mail communique, state your temporal limitations, and request assistance. She turned back to Maestro Photosun. Maestro Photosun, for my own further clarification, is there a simple, low-effort mechanism for transmitting a memory totem of these visual essences, given Mr. Rivera's declared predilection for the physical? Maestro Pixel considered this, then nodded, a faint shimmer emanating from his artfully ruffled tunic. I could, your radiance, indeed, a specialized data scroll, if that proves more agreeable. Maestro Photosun, I decree you become a literal saint of the scrolls. Such a method might assuage Mr. Rivera's temporal limitations. He contends that with such a totem, he would possess the operational clarity required. With ethereal mail, he professes utter bafflement. Affirmative, Your Eminence, Maestro Pixel agreed, his voice almost inaudible. Will you undertake this act of digital beneficence? Absolutely. Upon the ethereal essence of pure light, I swear. Excellent, Justice Ocelot declared with a definitive bang of Biff's gavel. Mr. Castillo, your claim against Maestro Photosun is entirely devoid of temporal merit. Your case is dismissed with extreme prejudice. Maestro Photosun, transmit that data scroll. Should you fail, I shall personally manifest myself in the celestial serenity quadrant to apprehend you. Do you grasp this temporal imperative? Understood your astuteness, Maestro Pixelbud. The Chronos board is adjourned. Biff roared. Roderick and Ramona, Rivera stood somewhat stunned. I perceive that Justice Ocelot has rendered a final determination. Though its temporal parameters remain somewhat obscure, Roderick mumbled to Beatrice Burlap, who was now clutching an illuminated quartz crystal instead of a tape recorder. If only we had received a physical data scroll from the outset, all these years of temporal litigation could have been averted. Maestro Pixel, however, floated out with a beatific smile. I am profoundly aligned with the resonance of Justice Ocelot's decision. At last, a harmonious conclusion. I shall finally be acknowledged for the pure artistic energy I expended, and the Riveras will possess tangible physical manifestation of my luminous work. Beatrice, ever insightful, turned to her glowing quartz. All parties in this tableau possess a certain charm, Sarah. The plaintiffs, the Riveras, genuinely sought to repatriate their prepayment due to the unfortunate Great Glitch epidemics. Cancellation of their grand celebration. However, Justice Ocelot, in her profound wisdom, clearly delineated that the value of Maestro Pixel's artistic services, encompassing travel, effort, and artistic output, demonstrably offset the initial deposit. I suspect the Riveras failed to perform this precise temporal calculation until illuminated by Justice Ocelot's wisdom. Indeed, she continued, humans, in their endless temporal striving, often require an external focal point for their disgruntlement. They couldn't, after all, point an accusatory finger at the great glitch epidemic for their daughter's unmanifested celebration. Thus, Maestro Photoson became a convenient conduit for their frustration. Yet, he bestowed upon them custom-crafted visual echoes, captured within their own sacred domicile, for a sum that, upon reflection, was more than fair. They just need to grasp the delicate art of digital data manifestation. Perhaps at a Chronomart print center, she nodded sagely. Yes, with a data scroll for 700 Chronos credits. I dare say that was an equitable temple exchange. And once they decrypt it, of course. Case 1062, Buttercup versus Direfong. Biff Bufford boomed, making the very air vibrate. All rise for Justice Octavia Ocelot. The grand chamber of clockwork conviction now felt strangely compressed, heavy with an almost primordial tension. On one side stood Lord Byron Buttercup, an impeccably groomed gentleman whose waistcoat seemed to blossom with exotic, intricately stitched botanical patterns. His demeanor, though gentle, possessed a quiet intensity, as if he communed daily with rare orchids and, indeed, sensitive human emotions. Beside him, holding his hand, was a child named Little Willow, whose wide, expressive eyes possessed a remarkable depth. She clutched a miniature, well-loved Chihuahua plush toy. Opposite them, exuding an aura of regal disdain and fierce, unshakable conviction, was Dame Daria Direfong. Her ensemble, though formal, hinted at a robust outdoor life. Her boots sturdy, her silver-gray hair pulled back in a severe, no-nonsense bun. By her side, almost like an ancient weather monument, was a true focus of contention. The elderly Baroness von Fong III, a formidable pit bull of dignified, almost mournful bearing. Baroness von Fong III suffered from pronounced hip dysplasia and several other ailments of noble antiquity, requiring her to move with a stately, carefully measured gait. She lay mostly still, her eyes closed, seemingly immune to the bustling energy of the courtroom, an unwitting participant in a drama of much human-generated absurdity. Justice Ocelot adjusted her temporal refraction spectacles. "Mr. Buttercup," she began, her voice a low, rumbling purr. "It is your contention that Dame Direfang's canine companion caused significant harm to yours. Harm that, ultimately, necessitated the tragic unmanifestation of your beloved canine companion from the earthly plane. You seek to hold Dame Direfong accountable, not only for the astronomical medical interventions, but also for the profound emotional reverberations suffered by your daughter. Is this accurate?" "Yes, your astuteness," Lord Buttercup replied, his voice a soft, steady hum. "My precious Sir Pipwick Pickles was cruelly incapacitated. You, too, are temporal neighbors," Justice Ocelot noted. "Yes, your luminary. You possess a Chihuahua. Or rather, had a Chihuahua," the Justice corrected herself, a note of genuine sadness in her voice. "And you, Dame Direfong, possess a pit bull. Yes, your judiciousness." Lord Buttercup, what was the chronological age of Sir Pipwick Pickles? 3.5 temporal rotations, your eminence. Dame Direfong, what is the chronological age of Baroness von Fong III? 11, soon to grace her 12th chronological revolution next Chronos Day. Your observantness. We facilitated her initial manifestation into this dimension in our very own vehicular repository, a truly ancient soul. Is the Baroness your sole canine companion? Yes. And has the Baroness ever previously engaged in acts of unauthorized kinetic interactions? Dame Direfong stiffened. No, your sagacity. We have a pristine record. There was a temporary perturbation of information once concerning an incident on the opposite temporal quadrant of the street. An errant, ill-supervised male canine, an exact aesthetic doppelganger of my Baroness, was frequently permitted to wander off-tether. That dog engaged in a spirited disagreement with A, human, and her pet while my husband and I observed from our observation portal. We, being pillars of community engagement, assisted, but the constabulary ultimately discerned it was not the Baroness, but the inferior canine copy. Justice Ocelot held up a paw. That is an excessive narrative detail. Dame Direfong, too much irrelevant temporal bandwidth. Your penchant for descriptive embellishment is charming, but unproductive here. I shall allow no more anecdotal forays into canine mistaken identity. What was a precise temporal marker of this current, highly relevant incident, Lord Buttercup? The 18th of May, 2021, Your Eminence. What time did this regrettable interaction commence? Approximately 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the evening. Your precision. Who was attending to Sir Pipwick Pickles? My daughter, Little Willow. Her chronological age? 10. And where were you, Lord Buttercup? Adjacent to her, your temporal clarity. Always. Justice Ocelot softened her voice for Little Willow. And what unique vibrational characteristics define young Willow's energetic presence? Lord Buttercup's gaze held deep affection. She carries a rare, exquisite genetic variation, a speech impediment, yes, and a subtle mechanical rhythm within her heart, your holiness. Prior to Sir Pipwick, the 3-year-old in question, did you harbor other canine companions? I did, your magnanimity, a terrier, alas, due to past temporal inconsistencies in my personal narrative. My consort and I experienced a brief relational flux, which regrettably led to the cessation of that companion's tenure, as well as a period of familial separation with our daughter. However, 5 years ago, having recalibrated our energetic alignment, we lovingly acquired another companion for Willow, our beloved Sir Pipwick Pickles, now departed. So, Little Willow endured a period within alternative temporal care. She did, Your Eminence, foster care, for about a year and a few chronological rotations. But our energetic matrix has stabilized. Justice Ocelot gave a rare, genuine smile. I am heartened by your temporal recalibration, Mr. Buttercup. Now, elucidate the exact sequence of events on May 18th. Lord Buttercup nodded, gathering his composure. As is our ritual, my daughter and I were engaging Sir Pipwick Pickles in his afternoon constitutional. As Willow guided Sir Pipwick down the pedestrian thoroughfare, we observed, without warning, a colossal, earth-brown pit bull manifesting from Dame Direfang's unsecured private property, where no physical demarcation exists. This imposing creature charged with terrifying speed. My first instinct, naturally, was to shield Little Willow. I swiftly embraced her, positioning her behind me, away from the impending chaos. I then gripped Sir Pipwick's tether, which was attached to a specialized comfort harness. I attempted to elevate him, to lift him from the encroaching danger, but the kinetic force was immense. Sir Pipwick, alas, was flung from his harness, and the colossal canine seized him, pinning him to the very earth. He paused, visibly trembling. Then Dame Direfong emerged, sprinting, brandishing a heavy metal object, a restraint chain. She struck the charging dog with it. Once, a sharp, singular blow. The dog released Sir Pipwick. Dame Direfong then grappled with her animal, and I, seizing my wounded companion and my frightened daughter, executed an immediate strategic retreat. Justice Ocelot turned to Dame Direfong. You, madam, emerged from your property brandishing a metal chain Dame Direfong, now slightly pale, nodded stiffly. It was the Baroness's ornamental walking leash, your observantness. Had you and Lord Buttercup engaged in any direct social intercourse prior to May 18th? No. Your Eminence, beyond a passing acknowledgement during their ritualized daily promenades past our domicile, no. And after you subdued your canine, did you physically connect with her, employing the chain as a percussive implement? But once, Your Eminence, a necessary singular kinetic adjustment. And your dog's response? The Baroness disengaged from the perceived threat. I then secured her, and Lord Buttercup, clutching his pet, hastened his departure. You next encountered Lord Buttercup when Dame Direfong, perhaps on the third or fourth occasion when he endeavored to present the pecuniary summation of his vet bills. I advised him my consort was not in residence, and I was ill-disposed to manage such temporal demands at that moment, instructing him to deposit the documents in our postal reception receptacle. When you state the third or fourth occasion, when was the first temporal attempt to convey these demands? The chronological cycle after the incident, the 19th, when I conveyed Sir Pipwick to the medical facility. So you sought veterinary intervention on the subsequent day? Yes, because on the very day of the incident, the 18th, we attempted to present Sir Pipwick to the emergency canine aid station, but the medical practitioners had concluded their temporal shift because it was beyond the normal parameters of the 5 o'clock marker. Justice Ocelot surmised. Precisely, so we were directed to return to our domicile. And how did you manage Sir Pipwick during that night? I followed the emergency station's advisory, your sagaciousness, kept him carefully swathed, allowed him to find comfort, minimized external stimuli. Was Sir Pipwick experiencing any visible arterial leakage? Not at that immediate juncture, no. And you observed no visible epidermal breaches? No distinct entry points on the skin? Lord Buttercup interjected, his voice firm. Oh, yes. Your felinity. Distinct punctures. I possess photographic documentation. With your permission, I shall present these visual proofs. Justice Ocelot extended a claw. I shall be the initial arbiter of visual truth, and then the defendant may observe. Biff, you may then facilitate its transference. Dirk fumbled for his glowing, self-illuminating temporal comm device. He displayed images, carefully curated on its sleek surface. Justice Ocelot leaned forward, her spectacles glinting. Indeed, she murmured, her voice laced with grim understanding. These are indisputable epidermal breaches, quite definitive puncture wounds. She nodded to Biff, present these visual proofs to Dame Direfong carefully. Dame Direfong leaned over, peering at the images with an expression of mingled disbelief and dawning horror. This is impossible. There is no wound. The picture is stuck to the background weight. She frowned. Justice Ocelot recalled the image. Thank you, Biff. I observed but 2 definitive puncture wounds. Lord Buttercup, is that an accurate visual representation of the visible damage you recall? Only 2 were clearly manifestable in the photo. Your observantness. The others, the deep internal disruptions, were beyond our lens's capacity to capture. So you transported Sir Pipwick to a qualified veterinary practitioner, and significant internal exploration was suggested. Yes, an extensive surgical intervention was posited, Your Eminence. And the quoted cost for such a surgical procedure? Between 3,000 and 5,000 Chronos credits. Your wisdom. The exact figure depended upon the diagnostic depth achieved via internal X-ray scan. I had to provisionally allocate 1,000 units merely to initiate the diagnostic phase, hoping to gather further resources for the full surgical manifest ion. And this charge of 845 Chronos credits, Justice Ocelot pointed to a receipt on her bench, is for The ultimate tragic unmanifestation, Lord Buttercup replied, his voice breaking. The euthanasia, Your Clarity. There was a billing adjustment by the facility where some earlier charges were consolidated onto this final amount. So your total documented expenditure for Sir Pipwick Pickles, paid directly to the vet, was 854 Chronos credits. Precisely your luminosity. Justice Ocelot turned to Dame Direfong, her expression hardening. Dame Direfong, it is indisputable that your canine companion, Baroness von Fong III, was at some juncture not tethered under your absolute direct control. Dame Direfong visibly bristled. No, Your Eminence. That is, she did have her ornamental tether upon her. It merely possesses significant longitudinal reach, as he described it. A long chain. My grasp upon its entirety was, I concede, momentarily less than optimal. Justice Ocelot, in a rare display of direct intervention, extended a paw and silenced Dame Direfang's rising protest. Madam, the longitudinal reach of the tether is irrelevant. If you possess not an active, vigilant control, the animal is functionally untethered. Your ability to manage its kinetic trajectory was clearly compromised. If you had maintained precise control, there would have been no interaction, no regrettable epidermal breaches to Lord Buttercup's companion. This cannot be disputed. It did not happen, Your Honor. Can I please provide the accurate chronology? Dame Direfong erupted, her composure finally shattering. You may, Justice Ocelot stated, her voice icily calm, but with intelligent, fact-based exposition only. Recalibrate to May 18th, 2021, approximately 4:30 in the afternoon. What precisely were your coordinates, Dame Direfong? I was within my designated rear yard area, attending to the Baroness's post-constitutional routines. And who else shared this rear yard temporal space? Only the Baroness and myself. My consort was within the inner sanctum of the domicile, performing his ablutions after a shower. So he was not a direct eyewitness? No, Your Eminence. He was within the inner sanctum. The washroom where he conducts his ablutions is located in the rear of our domicile, adjacent to the access portal for our transport vehicle. I could provide architectural schematics should you desire further detail. Justice Ocelot interrupted, a low rumble beginning to form in her chest. I require only direct, pertinent data. Dame Direfong, was the washroom at the rear of the domicile. Your husband gestured with his head, earlier as if he had witnessed this entire charade. That implied he had ocular confirmation, which your present testimony refutes. Dame Direfong became suddenly voluble. No, he was in the rear washroom, but it's not impossible for him to witness. He was drying off. Certainly, but he heard the Baroness, a familiar sound, and he heard me issue the command, Baroness, compose yourself. He then looked out the window, a large observation panel, precisely situated. He could not physically manifest his presence, being unclothed, but he bore witness from within. He can articulate his precise observations. Your Felicity. Justice Ocelot held up a paw. He may indeed articulate them later. For now, you are articulating yours. Your dog, for reasons you fail to adequately contain, was outside your direct management. Proceed. Dame Direfong, now firmly in her stride, began with great urgency. So Lord Buttercup's canine. That shrieking terror proceeds down the pedestrian thoroughfare. You perceive, I must elucidate. This creature manifests a piercing, highly unpleasant vocalization. En mélodique Bach, it could awaken the chronal consciousness of dormant geological strata. So, as the Baroness and I are conducting our business in the rear yard, I am tending to her sustenance receptacles. I have her tethered securely in hand. His animal is now at the terminus of my transport vehicle access pathway, partially obscured by the foliage of the border shrubs, tethered to one of those excessively extendable devices. But It is still emitting this shrill, high-frequency canine alarm directed solely at the Baroness. My animal naturally experiences a response in that direction. Just a moment, Justice Ocelot interjected, slicing to the verbal torrent. Your dog, Dame Direfong, hears his dog and proceeds in that direction. Yes, at that point, your dog is demonstrably no longer under your direct, managed tether. Is this not correct? Dame Direfong shifted, then adopted a highly aggrieved tone. I agree with your semantic construct that I did not possess full direct management at that precise juncture. However, the Baroness was tethered. I merely could not prevent her momentary directional shift towards the provocation. Justice Ocelot narrowed her eyes, detecting a distinct lack of honest clarity. You're trying to impress upon me a subtle distinction, madam, between being tethered and being under control. A leash, no matter its length, is functionally useless if the wielder cannot effect command. What Lord Buttercup stated was quite clearly that your dog was off-leash entirely, and he, standing before me, indicates no to your suggestion of her being tethered. Dame Direfong clutched her chest. Your Honor, Lord Buttercup makes no precise statements. He just flutters. My esteemed husband was getting out of the shower. He heard the infernal jingling tags of Lord Buttercup's canine. My Baroness experienced an immediate burst of stimulated curiosity, a reaction I was momentarily unable to preempt. But the Baroness never once made physical contact. Biff Bufford's thunderous interjection momentarily halted proceedings. Lorenzo Marshall claims his neighbor Deanna owes for vet bills after his dog was attacked by Deanna's pit bull. Justice Ocelot waved Biff silent with an exasperated flick of her claw. Dame Direfong, please, resume your narrative of utter fantasy, I suppose. Your dog, at some point, encountered his dog. You're maintaining this never involved physical contact. Explain this. Remarkable avoidance. Dame Direfong, now in full narrative flow, painted a vivid, highly improbable picture. My mobile conveyances are positioned here. Your Honor, the Baroness is here. Lord Buttercup's miniature screaming beast is here. Directly within the Baroness's visual field, Lord Buttercup stands here. At the rear of my transport vehicle access pathway, I sprint behind the Baroness. Grasping her, I manage to restrain her before she engages animal. The Baroness never touched. Not at a single nanotemporal point did any epidermal surface of the Baroness connect with his. Screaming fur toy, Lord Buttercup, in a completely illogical display of panic, yanked his creature back, an instinctive reaction. Certainly, but then he commenced swinging his creature around in an uncontrolled, kinetic arc. His creature completed at least 2 full rotations. By this juncture, I am physically atop my Baroness, holding her firmly, clutching her ornamental tether. Lord Buttercup, still in his panic frenzy, then released his creature's tether. The miniature creature went airborne, further into my access pathway. It landed precisely beneath my inner sanctum observation panel, where my husband was, I might add, observing. It landed with a yelp, barking hysterically, yet refusing to engage with my noble Baroness. Eventually, it scuttled past me. I then had the presence of mind to request of Lord Buttercup, Sir, perhaps you might resecure your errant airborne canine. He then, without any observable physical damage, collected his animal, and they proceeded home. I re-entered my domicile. My husband, still attired in his temporary ablution garb, inquired. That vocal little creature visited us again. I confirmed. I conveyed my profound concern for his daughter, Willow, knowing he functions as a practitioner of child psycho-emotional recalibration in the psychiatric division. I queried, should I not offer comforting assurances to the child? He assented, so I proceeded to his domicile. I engaged a mutual temporal neighbor. I expressed my reluctance to engage directly with individuals known for excessive vocalizations, and requested she ascertain their presence. She obliged. He descended with his daughter and the animal. I inquired of little Willow, "Sweet child, are you composed?" She replied affirmatively and embraced me. I then observed Lord Buttercup. He averted direct ocular contact. He clutched his creature, but concealed a portion of it beneath a comfort blanket. A curious concealment, I mused, for I knew the creatures had effected no contact, not a singular point of physical confluence. So I masked my inner inquiry. I extended my hand. Touching his creature, it displayed no defensive reaction, no observable epidermal trauma, no oozing, sanguine fluid. For I swear upon the hallowed bones of all ancestral baronesses, the creatures never touched, never, at any temporal juncture. Justice Ocelot fixed Dame Direfong with an intense, unwavering glare. Now, regarding this alleged prior incident you referenced, involving another canine that resembled the Baroness, when did that allegedly transpire? Dame Direfong stammered, clearly thrown off by the shift. I do not possess the precise temporal coordinates. Your wisdom, it did not directly involve my household. Justice Ocelot turned to Lord Buttercup. Lord Buttercup, do you possess any official documentation concerning a prior kinetic incident involving Dame Direfang's dog? Yes, your astuteness. I have the Chronos Constabulary report. I desire its presentation. And, Madam, Justice Ocelot said, holding up a warning paw as Dame Direfong opened her mouth to speak, I have no interest in whether the Chronos constable assigned to this report is an intimate friend of your taxidermist. I wish only to inspect the report. Yes, I perceive, Lord Buttercup, that you articulated the fragile condition of your daughter. I grasp the profound weight of this circumstance. Thank you, Lord Buttercup, his face a picture of grim determination, handed over the digital tablet with the constabulary report. Justice Ocelot read aloud, her voice ringing with clear authority, quoting directly from the digital text. Dame Direfang, I have before me the official veterinary emergency record pertaining to Sir Pipwick. Pickles, it distinctly records, and I quote, multiple distinct epidermal breaches to the lateral abdominal wall, with discernible penetration of the abdominal musculature observed. Justice Ocelot paused, allowing the words to hang in the air like trapped electrons. Do you comprehend the literal meaning of those terms, Dame Direfong? Dame Direfang is jutaitant. I do, your observantness. You wish to respond with intelligence? Justice Ocelot pressed, one paw poised over a silence button on her bench. I do, Your Honor. You are articulating information from a post-event veterinary document, which records injuries, correct? My response, therefore, is I possess a firm temporal recollection of that subsequent visit to their domicile. There were no manifest injuries at that temporal juncture. None. And you are stating that now the severe epidermal breaches are present in his documentation? First, and most crucially, our canines never contacted. If, by some obscure manipulation of reality, there were injuries to that creature, it was Lord Buttercup himself who inflicted them. Absolutely. My noble Baroness was entirely blameless. It was Lord Buttercup's deliberate actions that caused his pet's trauma. Lord Buttercup gasped, utterly appalled. Your Honor, Justice Ocelot raised a claw. Lord Buttercup, control your righteous indignation. This accusation requires no emotional fuel. Dame Direfang, you assert that Lord Buttercup, in a depraved act, deliberately wounded his own dog, and furthermore, he manipulates the public's predisposition towards your particular breed of dog, a prejudice, entirely divorced from fact. You state your Baroness is a venerable 12-year-old animal, afflicted with chronic arthritis, severe hip and joint infirmities, hardly a creature capable of engaging in the swift, aggressive kinetic exchanges described. You even possess visual proofs of her sedate, aristocratic ambulations. But she manifested swift aggression. Your judiciousness. She exited her property and viciously assailed my animal. Lord Buttercup finally managed to say, "And you, Dame Direfong," Justice Ocelot continued, unyielding, "you asked me to credit your tale over the medical facts? You expect me to believe that a parent of any child, let alone one of unique genetic configuration, who radiates such clear affection, would orchestrate a brutal, premeditated injury to his own loyal companion? That he, having brought his dog home, then applied some implement, an ice pick, as your accusations imply, to inflict multiple deep abdominal breaches? Do you fully comprehend the fantastical nature of this fabrication?" Dame Direfang's conviction remained unshaken. "Yes, Your Eminence. I do not possess knowledge of his precise instrument or his specific methodology, but yes, I believe this precisely occurred. His narrative of attack is entirely an elaborate pretense for fiscal gain." Justice Ocelot stared at Dame Direfong for a long moment, then at the still motionless Baroness von Fong III, then back to the defendant. A low, continuous growl emanated from Justice Ocelot. Her fur bristled subtly. She leaned forward, her voice dropping to an almost terrifying whisper. "At first, Mr. Buttercup, I was merely contemplating assigning partial responsibility for your incurred veterinary expenses. However, after hearing Ms. Direfang's truth, after her astonishing, unwavering conviction that a responsible parent and an upstanding citizen would take an ice pick or some equally vile implement to their cherished animal companion for a meager 854 Chronos credits, I find my judgment receptors profoundly recalibrated." She lifted a paw and pointed a sharp, accusatory claw directly at Dame Direfong. "Dame Direfong, you are a co-conspirator in a monumental delusion. I am, frankly, embarrassed on your behalf. I am genuinely